completely.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Fortune and Glory. Here we join our friends Elaneiros, the Twilight Domain Cleric of Saloon, Koji, the Cavalier Fighter, Dragonblood Cavalier Fighter. That's a Furbold Cleric. Sorry about that. A human wizard of evocation, Arch Stonebeard, and a Minotaur Ranger, Gloomstalker? Oh, Horizon Walker, right? What were you? Monster Slayer. Nice. Monster Slayer, Ranger, Arkken Ironrunner. They had just received a vision of an angel appearing to them from above, telling them that their quest is very important, that actions by Elaneiros had made his goddess aware of a plot that threatens all of the realm. Joining them, suddenly, however, is a small black cat, who has appeared many times beforehand to whisper and talk to Nexus about several different things after she had lost her previous master, a witch who had been poisoned and cursed by a dark cult. She joins them now in the midst of this dungeon that they have just now finished off the big bad guy in, and they're in front of a gigantic roaring furnace. One which the black cat warned them was very dangerous. Take it away, fellas.
So everything's dead, right?
We're not.
The
Are you
cult,
good for now, Koji?
Yeah, I'm holding it together.
Doc, picture icon. You look like a white weeaboo. That's not the lizard man I love so much in the lower left-hand corner. There he is. All right. I would like so the furnace was magical, if I remember correctly.
yes, it is inscribed with very strongly carved runes. It's made of a mixture of brass and iron, and just very heavy and industrial. But it is carved with runes of binding and fire and containment and
Those runes, are they written in Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, or Elvish?
Draconic, the language of magic.
Okay, they're all Draconic.
Yes, it's
Okay.
it's raw magical binding. It's nothing really particularly flavored about it, except for just raw arcanic magic of binding.
Okay, is the source for the fire magical, or is there like, can I see wood they're shoveling in?
You
or...
were casting detect magic as a ritual before we
Mhm.
ended last session, and so we can pick up saying you had activated it, and that detect magic just gives you a sense of magic, or does it give you a visual, or what is it?
Here, I'll link it for you.
Because I'm looking it up in the list
It
here.
pings.
There it is.
Faint aura. Okay. It is a faint aura. The magic, it's 30 foot.
Mm-hmm.
You get magic from the dissipating effects from that
Urn.
liquid.
Yep.
The urn's shattered. Hasn't been replaced, but it's shattered. But the liquid is very necromantic and magic. That's everything within 30 feet. There is some necromantic magic in this corpse right here.
Okay, did that quartz catch on fire when I did the fireball?
You did. It's burning, but it's
Okay.
it's mostly the wrappings that are burning and that's dying down.
I'll move closer to the furnace.
It's glowing, incredibly bright in multitude of colors. The binding magic glows like on the actual shell of this outer portion of it, but this open door that you can only surmise people that the doctor was shoving bodies into.
Mm-hmm.
That is glowing and intense magic that's completely different than the binding magic itself. Whatever is allowed, whatever energy is being allowed out of that portal is, you can feel whatever that energy gives you the feeling that if there wasn't binding magic holding that in place, there is a significant danger of a massive firestorm potentially.
Okay.
So there's a lot of evocation, some what would you classify healing magic as?
It's necromancy.
That's what I thought, but it doesn't make sense to call it necromancy when it's life giving, so it's just odd.
Yeah, you can call it
I
divine if
mean,
you wanted to.
in 5th edition, it's evocation.
Life
Is it
giving
rare?
energies evocation in 5th edition? That's what you just said, Nexus?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
I
it
linked
is
those.
evocation now. That's weird.
It makes
Yeah,
sense because
it's
evocation's
a-
a release of energy, and positive energy is what life is.
Yeah.
Then
Just-
the life giving energy is what you feel pouring out of that. You feel necromantic energy in there as well, which is confusing, kind of mixing and binding. You didn't just raw fire evocation. And then just the abjuration binding on this shell of a furnace.
I'm gonna check the body of the doctor guy.
Mhm.
See if I can
Um,
find anything to help understand what they did, what I can do to turn it off, all of that kind of stuff.
You check.
Ela was already doing that.
Okay, so Ella was looking at the Koji. You didn't find anything significantly damaged on your gear. The doctor, Elaneiros, roll investigation.
Can I assist him?
Yes, you can.
I'm assisting.
Ah,
This is-
amazing.
That's an
Um,
88.
88, yeah. The
That's so
you-
dumb.
it's nothing. Don't worry about it. The doctor's wearing a plague mask and covered in tight-fitting tunic and robes and pants and everything like that. You take his mask off of him, just pulling it back over his head, and you are met with this disfigured face. It's been rotted away, gaunt and thin, and you're not sure how this, whatever it is alive or had been alive before. It wasn't making any noise when you were fighting it, as I pointed out last session. Same with the zombie. But this looks to your eyes to just be a corpse in clothing.
Interesting.
So he may not have been the engineer of everything, just been the chief corpse in charge.
Maybe.
A puppet.
Also a possibility. As you're chewing over this stuff, you
No, Koji, do not smash it. It might explode.
It just seems like the simplest solution.
Koji, roll. What's your passive perception?
I believe it's 16, but let me just double check. It is indeed 16. Why did I open my sheet for that? It's on my token.
Don't know, man. I'm pulling up something. Give me a second because I had something for this. And I can't find it. There we go. You 16, something catches your eye in the furnace through that open portal. It appears to be some sort of glowing hot ember inside. You're not sure, but it's really fascinating.
Take it.
Arch?
Yes.
What's this, glowy, I want to say moat? Ember? Whoa. It's like
It's
a ball
about the size of yeah, it's like the size of your fist.
There's a glowing thing right there, and he just points directly into the fire.
I'll look in and see what it is.
So you go up to the furnace to look inside.
Yes.
Roll an Arcana check, Arch, and we'll just put your token right
I'll be
there.
like right by the shoulder.
You never thought you would ever see something like this. Out of all the rarities in this world that you have read about, all the things that were possibly found in this world, this is probably one of. It's like, why would anybody ever find this? Why would this ever be here? Why? Who? What? It's a phoenix egg. Out of all the rarities of all the rare creatures in this world, inside this massive furnace, there's a phoenix egg. And now there's a gigantic face of fire directly in front of you. As a just twisted shape forms in front of that egg, taking the shape of a massive, angered face. Mine! Bursting forth from the is a fire elemental, stepping right out, really kind of pushing you out of the way to
Oh
occupy
joy.
a huge fire elemental.
I hiss at it.
You hiss.
And suddenly a lot of the fire inside of the furnace dies away, leaving only the egg, and the need to roll initiative is also left.
Uh-oh.
Do you need to clear it out?
And you can select your token and re-roll, and it'll wipe it out.
Cyntari, I don't have control over the token.
You don't. Let's edit this token then. Represents. Gotcha.
Thank you.
And you should have control. Yes.
I do.
Patches. Aww. Really?
Maybe. You haven't asked the cat.
Oh, just meant you.
And so the fire elemental
Maybe.
goes to take a swing at Arch.
Okay.
Takes a step forward, though he was already kind of in range, Koji, and we weren't in combat. How do you feel about your sentinel ability and the fact that it kind of spawned in front of you, quote unquote, within range?
I don't think it triggers if it's summoned. It does need to move into range. So unless it moved from the fire, I don't see it triggering.
Okay. It came out of the furnace in front of you and quote unquote pushed the arch out of the way just because that.
I don't think Koji was prepared for that. I don't think he's taking an attack on it.
Okay. All right. So the fire elemental will reach out and swipe at Arch. It has a 5-foot reach, so it does have to step forward. Oof. Can it? I can't imagine a fire elemental being blocked by a slab of stone, so it's just going to occupy that space.
Yeah.
I think that's just melted away now.
Yeah. The elemental can move through a space as narrow as 1 inch wide without squeezing. Creature the elemental touches or hits with this fire while within 5 feet. Okay. Yeah, this is insanely powerful. Nice. Like a wild blaze of fire that it is, it swipes wildly at both Koji and Arch. 18 hit you, Arch?
If it meets, it beats with AC, right?
Yes.
Okay, then yes, it hits me.
Take 3 points of damage. If it hits with a melee attack within 5 feet,
I think you did the roll wrong.
you're right. Take 9 damage. There's that D2,
Sorry.
D6.
E2 Koji?
D2.
On my turn, I'd also like to put all the attacks into Arch.
Understandable.
22 hit you, Koji?
Me again? Oh, or Koji.
Yeah, it does.
Take 14 points of fire damage.
Ouch, almost down.
Suck it.
Told you I'd down you again. I'm just in the leagues with elementals.
If the target is a creature or flammable object, it ignites. The creature takes an action to douse the fire. The target takes 5 points of fire damage at the start of each of its turns.
Oh, so we're both on fire.
You're both on fire.
Yeah.
Arch, it's your turn. You're on fire.
Well, I do believe I'm going to, despite being on fire,
Mhm.
I'm going to pull a blue sapphire out of my bag and smash it,
Ooh.
summoning
Ooh.
an air elemental right
Okay.
behind him.
Nice counter move. If it was a water elemental, it'd be epic.
Yeah, well,
Let's get you a token.
They combine to make the explosion elemental.
That would be funny. Familiars and summons. Any elementals in this list? No. Gonna make me open my tokens list.
And yes, Soundscream really needs to play a Gobok.
I need to, no,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
No. That is
How
not how
about
I intend
yes?
on stuffing the chicken.
Can you repeat that sentence?
You heard me.
You want to do what to a chicken?
Said that is not how I intend on doing it.
I mean, if you play a Gobok, if you go to 0 hit points, you get to move your full move speed.
Without a head?
Headless chicken is one of the traits.
Do people
Yeah,
get
that's a
dainty attacks on you?
Nope.
If he doesn't come and post in here the tornado thing from the Disney Hercules as my icon, I'm going to be upset.
You might be upset.
I'm always upset.
That's my secret, DM. I'm always upset.
Speaking of being upset, 2 days into my new car and a part fell off.
Which part?
Wow.
It's on the steering wheel, the volume up and volume down buttons. Apparently one of the clips on the inside was broke. I went to turn the volume down yesterday and the whole thing came out. So they're
Well,
replacing it. It's not a
well-
big deal. It's just a broken clip.
This is a spirit of some kind. I have no idea what it's supposed to be, but it's sufficiently amorphous enough.
I assume it's going to go at the end of my turn.
Yes, it'll take the place of your turn.
All right.
Archer Elemental has 4 buttholes.
That's fine because it's going to use all of them.
Edit.
Fart elemental.
It's a fart elemental.
Environmental.
Yeah, you have control over it, Soundscreen.
All right. An air elemental has an ability where it can occupy other things' space.
Mhm.
So it's going to go womp. And a couple things are going to happen. First, it's going to take its 2 slam attacks.
Mm-hmm. So roll
They are, where are they? +5 to hit. Or no, +8 to hit. So
them. Nuked us. That's a thermobaric bomb.
so that's a 14. Does a 14 hit?
Yes, 14 hits fire elemental.
Okay. And that's more than a 14. So that is
Moving this out of the
Two-
way so I can select the token so I can get to its hit points.
2d8 plus 5 for each hit. So the first one is 14 damage. The second one is 17 damage.
Total
So
combined
14 and
damage.
17, so 31
31.
points of damage. And it needs to make a strength save of 13.
Hang on a second. It's immune to being grappled, restrained, and stuff like that. Does that mean it can't be moved? Or would you? I mean, fire being moved by air. That's a thing. That's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah, because it's not a grapple. It just says each creature in the elemental space must make that save, or it's flung up to 20 feet away in a random direction.
Does it have anything special for saves? No. It makes it save.
It makes it save. That's perfectly fine. But yeah. And
Recharge is in 4 to 6 rounds, so roll a d2.
No, it recharges on a 4 to 6.
Oh, does that
You
what
roll
it is?
it-
So roll a d6.
Yeah, you roll a
then.
d6 and see if it recharges. And it does.
Cool. And that's its turn.
Mm-hmm.
Patches!
Yay!
What would you like to
Um,
do? There's a fire elemental in air elemental occupying the same space.
Beautiful. I want to hop onto Ela's shoulder.
Okay.
And
If he doesn't resist, you can do it. If you resist, you have to roll acrobatics.
Ela, you resistant?
No consent. No, it's fine.
Okay. And then I want to cast Spirit Guardians!
15-foot radius.
Ow, ow, ow.
And you're on top of Ela, so that technically places the center there.
Mm-hmm. Then of course I'm gonna pick the
Radiant.
good people to not be hit by it, including the air elemental as well.
I'm getting hit. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
How does it look?
Tons of small cats nibbling at everything.
Just brown kittens.
No, it's a bunch of butterflies. Vicious
Oh,
butterflies.
Fine.
But that might change in time.
It appears, however she says, I guess. When you cast a spell, designate a number of creatures you can see to be unaffected by it. Oh, any number. Okay. Creature
So it's only going to affect the
fire element.
fire elemental.
Because you chose so. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, part of it's in there.
Yeah.
Wisdom.
Dinosaur.
Butterflies.
Around a
fail.
dinosaur.
That is
Beautiful.
adorable.
Roll damage. You did 16. Okay.
I did.
Yeah, it's with what you did first. Yeah, 16.
Yeah.
I keep track of its health by moving. All right. It takes 16 points of damage as it fails its wisdom saving throw and just gets, and it can only move half its speed. All right.
Yep.
Koji, it's your turn. There's a fire being in front of you that has set you on fire. You are literally burning in this moment.
Yeah. Immediately start of my turn, I take 5 points of fire damage and I go down. That's my turn.
You had 6 hit points left, dude.
I had 5.
Oh, looks like a 6 when I have it zoomed out this far.
Ooh, he keeps burning too. That's not good.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my turn.
Bye, Koji. Hey, you had your fun at the beginning of this dungeon.
It was
You
nice
blistered
knowing you,
everything.
Doc.
I know, I'm just trying to get through the turn fast so other people can do stuff.
Elaneiros, it's your turn.
Koji's kind of burned out by this whole thing.
Aura of Vitality.
Ooh. Domain spell. 30-foot radius,
Ooh.
centered on you.
30-foot radius, so that's easily everyone. And I'm just gonna pump my bonus action right into Koji.
Okay, one moment, I got a phone call.
Go ahead and roll.
Yep, I'm gonna pump you full of all the good stuff.
By the way, Doc, did you let all your friends know that the stream was up?
I did not. I will do that now.
You know what? You have one job, Doc. Actually, you have like 6, but this is the one I'm getting onto you for right now.
I'm back.
I don't mean I have like 6 jobs.
Well, you're a player in 2 games. You have to listen to me complain about Cyntari. You have to listen to me complain about Nari. And then you have several other games you run. That's a lot.
I'm a player in one game and I'm a GM in another. So yeah, that's actually a total of 6.
Yeah, see?
Pretty spot on.
So there you go.
Look, yeah, many things you can say about me, but being observant is probably not one of them usually.
There's your 2 auras.
Yep. I'm just gonna ask the cat if it needs me to get closer.
Only if you want to.
Well, then I am fine here for now.
So you're done?
Yes.
Arkken, Ironrunner.
Yes.
There's a magical cat on your friend's shoulder. One of your friends is on fire on the ground. The other one's on fire standing up.
And then there's a giant wind bag and a fireman.
Yeah, there's a giant wind tornado of fire in front of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick at least 20 feet away from that.
Hmm.
Gonna stand on Bobo the Slobbo over here.
Yes.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to move my Hunter's Mark.
You take it off the corpse and put it on the other guy?
Yeah, I put it on the Fireman.
Fireman.
Take that, Fireman. We're doing this shit like it's Mega Man. Fireman is weak to Axeman.
What?
Well, there was actually a Tomahawk Man, but I digress. Hiya!
That hits for 12 slashing.
Ooh, ooh,
Move.
ooh. And then the Hunter's Mark. Nice. And my second attack. Hoo-ha!
Okay.
And Hunter's
For another 12 damage? No, 11 damage. Its fire is flittering and sputtering in front of you, losing strength. But it still burns.
I definitely ain't turning into barbecue today.
It rushes over to swing at the other two.
Attack of opportunity for my air elemental as it leaves.
Yes. It is a wildfire that is pissed
There's
off.
also an attack of opportunity for you.
I suppose that's true.
Can I take one from the ground? Oh, wait, no, it never left my range.
All right, so that's a hit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 14 damage.
Yeah, how does that actually work with that kind of mastery? Where you have 5 and 10 feet range.
Well, it's only when it leaves his threatened area, and since he has reach, his threatened area is 10 feet.
14 and 9 damage?
No. 14 was to hit, but it's 9 plus 5, which is 14.
A hit takes a huge gouge out of it, and it's sputtering and flickering.
Arch is also going to take his hit.
That dot should have been there earlier. Sorry about that.
Spirit Guardians also does damage again because he started its turn in the threatened
Yes.
area.
No mercy.
Arch actually hits him with his staff. That's great. He takes 6 damage from Arch going, go!
And
Shoot!
Spirit Guardians requires another save each turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, Arch has a torch. A very long torch.
So it's a wisdom save again.
Fails. Roll your damage. 20.
Whoa.
It rips itself apart in trying to attack literally everything in anger and pain against all the forces surrounding it. I already did that. We'll GM layer that because it dissipates into nothingness.
So my air elemental is going to stick around for an hour,
Mm-hmm.
and I do have plans for it, so if you could keep it with us.
Yeah.
Did
I
the
didn't wanna
fire
Mhm.
completely die inside the furnace?
Almost entirely, except for a flickering fire around the egg itself. And as you turn your attention back to it, roll an investigation check or insight check, whichever investigation works fine. It is odd. The egg, something doesn't look right. If you want to know more, you're going to have to retrieve it from the furnace because looking at it's only telling you so much.
I'm gonna sit down and ritual cast Unseen Servant.
Mhm.
And when it's done, I will ask the servant to go get the egg for me.
You do not have Unseen Servant prepared.
It's ritual cast. I don't need it prepared. That's the whole point of ritual casting. Is it doesn't take a spell slot and you don't have to have it prepared.
Oh, okay.
Which is the whole
Neat.
reason I didn't prepare it.
I thought it was the other way around.
Nope. Any ritual cast spell you do not have to have prepared. You have to have it prepared to cast it without it being ritual.
Right.
I am not prepared, but I'm going to
And
do it
giving out
anyways.
healing.
Hey, Arch, did you ever put yourself out, or are you just
That
taking
is beautiful.
fire damage? From
He's just
being on
tanking
fire?
5 fire damage constantly.
I would have used Prestidigitation to put myself out and Koji as well if he didn't already do it.
I already rolled around, and I took an additional 5 because you do that at the start of your turn.
Yeah, go ahead and give it's 5 damage, so I'm at 23. All right, I'm hurt.
Yeah, but there's that aura that you're going to be healed for by.
Potentially, he's never said I get any.
Well,
Yep.
yes, he
You've
has.
been healed once.
I
In
have.
Chat.
I can't read.
Yes, you
He doesn't-
can.
He doesn't pay
You
attention.
healed for 6 and
He
then
doesn't pay
4.
attention.
To just be honest with
And
us.
Koji already rolled around on the ground to put out the fire.
You rolled on the fire to put out the ground.
That's right.
Okay.
The ground disappears.
Hey,
and
Ella,
we'll fall to our death.
if you have any more, okay.
It's
If you end up having any more, let me know.
I do. There's still 2 turns.
Okay,
I'm still below half.
go ahead and give them to him then. I'm almost full. So, but yeah, DM, you can tell me when that's happened. Also, does it feel like a lot of the pressure came out when that elemental came out? A lot of the pressure that made me
Mhm.
worried this furnace was going to explode
Yeah,
also dissipated.
but there's still a lot of energy inside of that thing vis-a-vis
Yeah.
the egg.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
See, I had this all planned out, and then you're like, you find a yellow dragon egg in your game. And I'm like, I had an egg planned in mine. I'm not stealing it. Whore.
All right.
You,
I should take more than one hit now.
Question. Air elementals underneath your control for an hour, right?
Yep, as long as I maintain concentration.
And ritual casting doesn't break concentration?
It does not unless the spell requires concentration. So my detect magic is gone
Mm-hmm.
because it was concentration.
Wouldn't the air elemental be able to get the egg?
It would, but I'm saving it for something.
Oh,
And I didn't know if the fire would hurt it, and I don't want to run the risk on that yet.
okay. So
And the aura is out.
the unseen servant, you should.
Oh.
I feel like I might put us all in danger if I ask a certain question.
The unseen servant forms unless Koji does something stupid first. It takes what, 10 minutes to ritual cast? So
Yeah.
Koji just runs into the furnace.
Yeah, just jump straight in, just
Oh,
head first, mouth open, all that. No.
you know, that's a good call. That's a good call. Well, it would only be one. I only took fire damage once after it was up.
Fair enough.
So I need to do a concentration check to see if I lose control of the elemental,
okay, roll it.
which is just a con save, right?
It's a con save DC, either half the damage or 10, whichever's higher.
10. You made it.
So we're good.
That was the question I was afraid of asking.
Yeah. Especially because it's right there. And it could potentially ruin both of our lives very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
great spell unless you lose concentration.
It's, well, yeah, it was an item.
Yeah, but it's still the conjure elemental spell, so if I lose concentration on it, I lose control of it, and it's very angry. And it could leave or it could decide to destroy us. So it was a risky play bringing it out.
Okay.
So there's an egg in there.
Mhm. gets the unseen servant, brings it out and holds it in front of you. Arch, obviously you don't see the servant. All you see is just the egg floating out, and it's hovering in front of you.
Ella, can you come look at this with me?
Of course. Can I walk through this?
Yes, he's fine.
Okay.
I'll have him move back just to give you more room.
Interesting.
Roll Arcana with
I'm sorry, go ahead.
with advantage. Elaneiros, you can roll Arcana with advantage as well.
Okay.
Nice.
Look at us being smarty pants boys.
This egg doesn't look healthy. You don't know how your knowledge of chicken eggs does very little to apply here, Arch. So like me saying that it's unhealthy is more in a mystical sense than it is a physical, I can see issues with the egg situation.
Affected by necromancy?
And yeah, I was about to say,
Possibly.
am I allowed to use my intelligence of? We just had a fairly evil, necromantically fed fire elemental that it was sitting in, so maybe they were
Possibly.
attempting to corrupt it.
Yes,
what I'd like to
that
do
seems very solid.
is use prestidigitation to conjure a small flame and put a healthy magical flame to it, and see if it seems to react in a positive manner at all.
It doesn't seem to make a difference, though it's unaffected in general by the flame itself. It doesn't hurt it or harm it or make it better in any way that you can tell.
Sadly,
I
it
bet
don't
a
have greater
good
restoration yet.
natural, healthy fire may help it. Once we get out of here, and we'll see if we can borrow the black. Yes, well, I don't have any of those spell slots left. Shut up.
What is it in there? Like, what is that thing?
Oh, it's a phoenix egg. A phoenix is a giant fire bird.
I'm aware.
Okay.
Do you need to know more about phoenixes?
Do I need to?
Yes, you as a player.
I mean, I could look it up. I figured with the roll, you'd tell me anything Arch would know.
So it's getting hurt by the fire, yes?
So a phoenix is an elemental bird in and of itself, but it represents an element of rebirth as well, as a phoenix can never die without being reborn. They are insanely hateful of undead and darkness and evil, and can carry a massive amount of magical energy within itself. But it is a nigh uncontrollable force that represents life, living, magic, hatred for undead and evil, and corrupting it may prove beneficial to somebody if they had intent to corrupt that.
Or they may have been trying to destroy it to make sure it doesn't show up and ruin their day. Could have been either or. Remind me, whereabouts are we in the world?
You're in Cormyr.
Do you have that map handy?
But yeah, if we could get the map as a handout,
there's Cormyr.
Would be cool.
As a handout, that sounds way too
smart.
Way too smart.
And we were up here somewhere, right?
Yes, we were in Sunset Hill by Hollock Forest.
Thank you.
Let me ask this: these mountains that are around us, are there any known active volcanoes in any of them?
Lava lakes.
Wait, is there a place literally called Lava Lake?
There is a handout called the Map of Cormyr that people can review.
Thank you.
10 out of 10. Great map.
This is a closer up map of Cormyr itself. You are here in Sunset Hill underneath the warehouse district. The only warehouse that has a gigantic smokestack for this furniture in front of.
That's right. We're in the middle of a city. Blowing up this thing would have been bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The warm waterfall. Are there? Yes, there's probably inside the hills in the eastern Stormholms and the Stormholms himself, probably in the Thunder Peaks, you might be able to find something like that. Maybe somewhere in the deep places in the craggy areas of the earth itself, you could find something like that. But without me doing further research into the area, I cannot answer that question.
That's fine. Okay. I've got a couple ideas. Well,
roll religion, Elaneiros, with advantage. There is, with everything you've been discussing with Arch about the possibilities of what they were doing with this thing and what the furnace was for, very likely they were trying to corrupt the very spirit of this creature in order to shift it from life to something else, from fire and hatred for undead to something else, and corrupting its spirit. It may be more than just raw elemental fire. It may be it needs the life-giving portion as well. And fire is definitely intrinsic to it. Arch is not wrong. It would be cleansed by the purifying flame. But in order to correct the damage done, it needs some form of life. And trying to not make this sound clunky, but I may be unable to avoid it.
I thought we were literally still staring into the furnace looking at it.
No. An unseen servant pulled it out, and it's hovering in midair in front of Arch. So it's in front of you all.
All right.
We can even go back to the dungeon map.
Yeah, so
it may just need time to heal. It may need to be in the presence of good creatures. It may need to be in the presence of healing fountains, or it may need a combination of all the above. You may need to find a source of quote-unquote life-giving essence and burn it in an intense fire with the egg inside. You're not really sure, but there's probably a lot of key pieces to this. And whatever the doctor was doing to these bodies, it seemed to be what he was burning in there were these bodies. The cult was sent out to get corpses that the doctor determined were or were not correct as per your interrogation of the partially conscious man that Koji beat half to death. He said that sometimes he'd reject some, weren't sure why. They had to go bury them. He had the gigantic syringe of black fluid that he injected into Koji that almost killed him without a beastly Constitution saving throw.
Ella?
Yes.
Is that a cat?
Yes.
Keep your cat away from my bird. And I start to nuzzle the egg. Like, the cat shall not eat my bird.
You know I can talk, right?
Then you understand, don't eat my bird.
I don't even... Never mind.
What is today?
Thursday.
Thursday.
That's not what I mean.
Elemental friend. We appreciate your help. You can go home now, and I will dismiss it.
You'll dismiss the elemental?
Yeah, I was gonna have it break the furnace, but I'm afraid that still might explode. And I think if we just, with the fire elemental being gone and the egg being gone, I'm hoping it will naturally burn itself out.
Okay.
Is that a rational thing?
Yeah, the intensity of any fire in that furnace is died down to 1/10 of what it was. Trapped elemental that grew very possessive of its little prize was enjoying itself.
Did we ever find a way to open that vault we went past with the statue guardian and everything?
No,
No.
and we still also have the room full of darkness we haven't gone into.
And there's a door up here as well.
That is true.
There's a door in here?
Yeah,
Where?
across from the door we came in.
Oh, there is. Would you look at that?
I do want to try and heal the egg and do some different stuff, but it doesn't have to be now.
You can definitely think of ways that you can try to do anything to
Oh,
affect it, but
That's
it's
such a good idea. Perhaps it's a combination, right? The healing positive energy with phoenixes being a symbol of life and rebirth, along with the element of fire. Maybe when we're done here, we can go to that very kind dwarf's. He may have a forge that we could put it in, get the fire hot, and then you could use your healing on it and see if it has a positive reaction.
Yeah.
If
sounds like a
not,
good idea.
it'll at least be tasty.
You talk a lot, you know that.
the cat's now in front of you.
Oh, hello.
Arch is glaring at the cat. He does not like cats.
The cat is glaring back at you.
Shoo? Shoo, shoo, shoo. Shoo.
I don't have any
The cat has-
shoes.
The cat has been a nice friend and warned us and helped us.
And seemed
There's
to
no
be
reason to
literally
be-
blessed by an angel.
It also used magic to heal me from death, so I don't mind it.
That's fine. It's just why is it looking at me like that?
Because you're ignoring it. It's how cats work.
You're also being rude to it.
How am
but-
I being rude?
Do cats work?
No, they don't. They just eat
I do.
birds.
Oh, well,
What?
bang.
Oh, birds. I thought he said turds. I'm like, what? What cats do you know?
My job is to keep you safe.
Hmm.
Is it now?
Good luck on that
I
one.
thought you were free.
Well, yes and no.
You could have used
Take
it
a
before
wide set of steps around. I'm trying to walk all the way around the cat.
I'm
Well,
gonna try and just keep walking in between his legs and make him trip.
Roll acrobatics.
Arch,
He is carrying an egg.
Arch.
You can't.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
no.
It's one of those things where the
Um,
cat tries to weave between somebody's legs and just like bump into the leg itself. And you're like, oh.
Scrambled eggs.
No, Arch rolled really well.
Yeah.
Ha!
Uh,
Ha ha!
Arch
ha.
cartwheels out of the way.
Arch.
With the egg in hand.
What?
Could we perhaps deal with all these flasks of or amphoras of this black liquid? I imagine that all of these are what this is.
Well, let's see. And he flicks his hand and firebolts one of them. DM, does anything happen when he firebolts the thingy?
Yes. 1 second. I don't have that token handy. Where's my map selector? This one right here breaks. And out of it comes a massive amount
Black
of
ooze?
black ooze that was held in storage. It seems to boil in contact with the air, and it's seeping slowly towards the edge into the water. And this grate is over.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it again.
Okay, you splash the liquid, and it continues to flow.
Ew. Ew.
It's like oil. It's like but without the flammable properties of oil. You're shooting it, and it's just splash, splash, and it's boiling, and it seems to be evaporating in its own way into the air, and
I just
leaves
don't
a
want it to get
feeling
into the
of
water.
unease. It's,
Couldn't we just toss it all into the furnace?
you could, but without most of that fire there, you're not really sure if tossing all that ooze in there is going to put what remaining fire is in there out.
I won't meant
Well-
then shoot them so they don't get into the water. We don't know if this is a part of like the sewer system.
Yeah.
And it starts dripping slowly into the water because repeated fire bolts once every 6 seconds doesn't do much to really stem the tide of. It's hard for me to really show you how big these things are. I was trying to be.
Are they like 50-gallon drum size?
Like,
I imagine they were handheld since he smashed one and threw it.
amphoras were kind of like. Give me the picture, thank you.
Really big vases.
Really big vases that contained wine. They would age wine in there and store and carry it around. Could also be used to carry olive oil, things like that. And they were typically up to like your waist in height, sometimes even bigger, as seen by this, I would imagine, average height woman, about 5'5". So amphoras aren't exactly small things. And so being able to tip and throw one just depends on the size of the amphora. But I don't want to give the idea that it's just a small little vase of liquid. It's a standing vase that holds liquid for storage. Anything from water, wine to olive oil and things like that they used to do in olden times.
That was not the image I had in my head at all.
Of an amphora?
No, of what he was holding. I kind of pictured it was like an urn or a spittoon-sized thing. Thought it was a lot smaller.
Yeah, I'm just trying to give you scope of scale. And something more like this is what we're talking about, where it's up like holds maybe about 5 to 10 gallons of liquid, not a 50-gallon thing like that woman's saying. I'm just trying to impress into you that it's not small. When I say
No, I got you. Yeah, I'm like, well, we're not doing that again.
So, Mr. Wizard, are you intending on drinking that too? Because I'd advise against it.
Yeah, please don't.
Look, what I did before was a calculated risk. That would be stupid.
Well, then I think you should thank me.
Thank you for not telling me not to drink it?
No, I knocked the thing over.
I mean, it's a lamp. There's a lamp right there. I could knock it over myself.
Would you have?
Eventually, probably. You don't know. And then he storms awake.
Speaking of, are you gonna knock over more lamps to drink what's in them?
No, that would be stupid.
Yeah, stop drinking
It would be a
lamps.
well-calculated risk. Huh!
I do not like this cat.
I'm gonna start gathering up those thingies, putting them in
Amphoras.
the furnace.
Okay. You start dragging them all over one at a time, being very careful not to spill any of them. I'm going to very carefully try to reposition the map that I accidentally grabbed. Boy.
Well, that's interesting. Now that you have given a new purpose, you certainly seem a lot less mopey. So much attitude.
Catitude.
Sometimes.
I mean, they're a cat. I'd be surprised if they didn't have attitude.
Yeah, I'm not a dog.
Very different from the usual talks we've had.
And once it's in there, I'm just going to start stabbing them with my polearm to make sure they're all broken and dissipating, and then just close the furnace.
Yeah. The only escape for any fumes and magical vapors and things like that will be up through the smokestack into the atmosphere.
And spread a smog throughout the town.
Mm-hmm.
And who cares about the atmosphere anyway?
Right. Just burning more black fluid and to pollute the atmosphere.
There's no evidence that that's harmful. It's just a planet going through a phase.
Yeah.
A very hot phase.
I mean, the planet is flat anyway, so it's just going to fall off the side.
No. The planet is not flat. The planet is a pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you get that information?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I mean, it's definitely flat with like layers of the planes and all that.
It's round.
Yeah, I'm just messing with them.
No, it's a big circle sitting on the back of a turtle.
What? No.
Hey, Art, maybe Cody can sit on the egg and try and warm it and hatch it.
No, it will go up my cloaca. I don't want that.
Thank you for that stunning image, Koji.
Just don't think about it.
Stunning image.
Too late.
Rainbows. Puppies. No, not puppies. Catnip.
Door then. And leave at the ready. There's a lantern, and I think it's supposed to be another door.
It's actually an opening to another hallway.
Okay.
Lantern over
It-
the fountain of water.
As a note, Cyntari, did you see my message? You don't have to respond to it. I just wanted to let you know that that's what Arch was doing while they were doing all that other stuff. Ella.
Yeah?
Do you have a sandwich?
No.
Curses.
I do have some crackers.
Oh, can I have a cracker?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Getting a little winded. Wanted a snack. Keep up the electrolytes.
Son
Sure
of a
thing.
bitch.
I can give you a full physical later if you need.
No, I'm not interested in you in that way.
Bend over and cough.
If your doctor had you bend over and then cough, you're having an interesting visit.
Seems to be where the water pipe lets out.
All right, looks clear.
That's not the reveal tool I selected.
Little cat friend, weren't you the one who said to be careful?
Yep.
We should check the content of all these boxes.
Sundry items,
Sure.
dried foods, dried grains, dried
Dry.
dry. It's just, you pour it
Has
into
any
water, it
of it been-
disappears. Yeah.
Has any of it been like affected by the necromantic energy?
Nope. Cultists got to eat too.
All right.
Hey, Arch,
maybe
there's
They
more
haven't
thing.
been very organized because they're impatient spellcasters. You know the type, and they just get their stuff and they leave the boxes just however they find them.
Boxes full of dehydrated water.
Now, if only we had someone small and agile to go explore that pipe.
Full of water.
Just say it.
You're gonna go swim through water that's rushing against you. It's because
Would
it's
you
pouring
like to
out
go
of the
up and
pipe.
explore the sewer pipe?
Fine. I'll walk on the top of the sewer pipe.
She climbs up and just transverses to the wall and then into the pipe on the side wall of the pipe, and it's just a what that is again. I select reveal and it selects hide. Why?
It does that a
Mm.
lot.
The cat is tiny, so it can easily walk there.
Yeah, but just in against the rushing waters, would it not would have been able to do?
No, which is why I'm walking on the walls.
So yeah, you find yourself in a pipe that suddenly goes up.
Does this part go down where she could
It-
see?
It goes into a smaller pipe. And seems to divert this way. And you might be able to figure out where it goes.
Yeah.
Now hold your breath and follow.
She comes tumbling out and slams into the wheel at the end. Ding. It just it goes up into some water source, probably from the river nearby Sunset Hill, diverted into a flow.
They're just slowly draining the river down here.
The entire river slowly draining. It'll take eons.
Anything interesting up there?
The place where the water comes in, and then the stream leading to the room we were just in with the furnace.
All right, so no entry into that dark room we went past.
Nope.
So there's 2 ways left.
Did we ever check that doctor if he had any keys on him or anything?
The investigation roll by Elaneiros was an 8 out of 8.
I know this is me asking because Koji wasn't paying
Oh.
attention.
I checked. I'm no expert at it though, but didn't really find anything too interesting. The body seemed weird though. Seemed more like a husk.
Yeah, he didn't exactly react to getting stabbed or cut.
Maybe someone was possessing the body or something.
Maybe. Although I do want to go back and go through his pockets.
My guess.
Because
You
if we
want
can
to try
avoid...
the sorry?
Sorry? You go ahead.
Do we want to try the vault or the door that this little kitty wanders against?
Yeah, don't go in there, please.
What is in there that you're so scared of?
Dark
Ooh,
presence.
yeah, just quite some darkness, and it's just dangerous. Let's not go in there.
Is it more or less dangerous than the furnace?
Hmm.
Mm. Why is
Mr.
the cat
DM?
heart broken? There's a marker over your...
What?
It's a
Heartbroken?
boot.
No, it's a boot.
It's a boot.
Yeah, it's a boot for spider climb, so I remember that I have that up.
Ah. Okay. It is a different kind of danger. Essentially, what you would have known that's behind that door that has the sign
Mhm.
over here is that there is a dark presence, an evil presence on the other side. And in your previous form, you were very susceptible to it. In the previous form, you were also very susceptible to being destroyed by the furnace, more so than, say, a normal person would be susceptible to fire. It'd be more like
Right.
a soul destroying type of thing.
I'll tell them all of that. Sure.
Okay.
The evil presence, was it just a singular entity?
Seemed to be. I'll answer
Yeah.
for you since you didn't know. Sorry.
Well, my friends, I can say this. We know if we go to the vault door, the Guardian will activate. However, I can get us in the vault. If you can get us past the Guardian.
Yeah, I mean, they had to get in there somehow, so there has to be a way, right?
Well, yes, but I can get us in regardless of whether we find that way or not.
Still, I'd rather go back and check the doctor, just in case we miss something.
Sure.
I mean, he seems to be the leader. He would have a key.
Nobody's
Well-
restraining you, Koji. Use your own two legs.
Yeah, I'm waiting for this fat ass to move. He's in a very narrow hallway.
If you cannot get past me, then you do not deserve your title as the beef.
There's a difference between can and want to run you over.
Wouldn't the Minotaur be the beef? No offense.
Oh, none taken.
I mean, you've never had a lizard steak?
No.
Of course
I'm
not. You
not
just
a
eat
lizard.
birds.
I don't eat birds!
I don't believe you.
Roll investigation, Koji.
I see them eat mice a lot.
For some reason, one of my officers back in the day kept calling me Chuck.
Chuck.
Exactly
Shit.
the same as the others. I find nothing.
You find a desiccated corpse wrapped in dark, tattered robes and clothing that all seem a little too old and musty for somebody. The
Yeah,
mask
no.
is just a plague mask, lacking all of the herbs and scents that may be stuffed into the nose for that normal plague doctors used to do.
Actually, there's just more rotting flesh in here.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah, no, nothing.
So, did they call you Chuck because you chuck axes?
No.
Well, why then?
So, if you look upon a usual bovine up around the shoulder, there's a section of meat called a chuck.
Oh, that's because you're delicious.
I mean, I don't personally have any reference for that, but
Were they hitting on you? Like I want to have a piece of that.
I feel like
will.
this is a question you should ask his wife.
I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. I never figured out what he meant by it.
Has your wife called you Chuck?
She has called me Prime.
She has called
No,
me
she
many
just
a
calls
things.
She just calls me Cook.
Not Chuck, just Cook.
No. Cluck. Cluck, not cuck.
Yes, that's your.
Uh-huh.
But
French
let's just
chicken.
say I have some good beef tenderloin.
Well then.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Too late.
I think that's why he's not wearing pants.
It's a tender loin. Oh god.
So
That was a joke.
I mean,
I wear
we-
kilt for ease of access.
Be careful with that
Mhm.
statue.
Yeah, it spoke to us already.
If we want to, I can set up a small safe space here, and we can have a long rest.
That might be a good idea.
If we are really going to tempt fate down here.
I do not like leaving an evil presence undisturbed here.
Or a vault unexplored.
You want to disturb it.
Yes.
Yes, with fire to the face, preferably. We do not leave things like that behind where others could stumble into it, or it could get free and cause untold mayhem.
Well, then make sure no one ever can get in there. Instead of
Some points on
opening
that
it.
fire.
Hey, Guardian Statue, how close can we get before you take action?
2 feet behind you? Crap.
Oh, well,
Lovely.
He said if you go past these. So I don't know if that means up to them where you're at now, or if you take one step further, you're dead. Sure, our GM will let us know based
When
on
I'm
the
done
fact-
typing.
Yeah, whether you have to roll initiative or not.
I just want to know if I can take 5 feet step further.
Halt, it says, and it's not in its tone that you heard from before. As you step into between those pillars, go no further.
See. How large is this
Statue,
thing?
a little bit smaller than the big zombie, still stands about 9 foot tall, made of a white stone.
Can it get through a 5-foot space?
You're possibly, if it turns sideways and ducked down, but then it would be in a cramped space.
Okay.
If you envisioned it moving, it'd kind of be like shuffling, or sort of like hunched down over.
I really wanted to do some shenanigans, but probably shouldn't.
Should we take that rest you talked about first?
If that's what we're doing.
Seems like a good idea.
Everyone agree?
I don't hear disagreement.
Sounds fine to me.
Layman's tiny hut. Spend 1 minute in a 10-foot radius hemisphere emerges. Probably centered between all these pillars in the center here, if you're just doing it in this room.
See, if I could cast that from that point.
I don't know what the point would be other than to see what would happen with the statue.
It can't get in.
Okay.
But we would be able to touch the vault door.
Technically, you could cast it there. Go to the very edge, then cast it again.
True.
Just watch the statue get very, very sad.
It's clever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you never know. He may just get angry, come over here and just break the walls down and be like, well, sucks to be you guys. I don't need to breathe or eat.
So what would you want to do? Where do you want to center this spell at? And I'll tell you what happens.
Just where I am.
Okay, so centered here.
Yep.
Okay. You are encapsulated inside of Lemon's tiny hut. You are gain all the benefits from being inside Lemon's tiny hut for 8 hours. You need to go to sleep now. Now! For that 8... Oh, no. 7:59. You won't get a full rest now. Sucks to be you.
I don't
Well,
know
you know,
what.
as a
you need
cat,
to-
I'm just gonna hop onto Ela and do the whole kneading thing, walking in circles a little bit, finding a right spot, and then eventually curling up.
She
As-
misses
as-
and does it on your crotch. Little tiny
As-
nails in your balls.
As we take this long rest, will we get to dawn?
Yeah, you likely will.
Okay. I just need to roll my d6 for my wand.
Hmm.
But I will rest. I will take. I will. I don't think Arch ever thought forward enough to get whatchamacallit, rations.
Mhm.
So he will moderately hungrily lay down. He will read until he falls asleep reading.
Anybody else eating food and rations will notice that Arch is not eating and is not complaining about it.
If there's a point where Koji's awake and I'm awake but nobody else is, I want to have a conversation with Koji. So, if that happens, let me know.
I mean, there likely could be, but we are in a very enclosed space.
Yeah.
And we are some big boys.
Right, so the cat curls up on Ella's chest, and Arch curls up on Koji's chest, and you guys go to sleep.
I know
And me and Ella
Arkken is big.
both nestle into Arkken's arms.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
like Ela is 7'4".
Arkken is 8 feet.
So
The beef bed, Arch. So just they're all the beefs are parallel to each other, and then perpendicular to them is just.
Oh, mentally, I will tell Reginald that A, we're okay, B, we're resting, and C, keep an eye out still for at the entrance.
Yeah, eventually the cat is gonna walk closer to the bird and no.
Well, Reginald's outside.
Fair.
He's just out of the fun.
Yeah.
The bird in question now is the egg bird. So you guys have a full 8 hours of rest. Koji and Arch, if you decide to have a conversation, please make that decision because it's really up to you.
For me, it depends on whether Arch tries to initiate it. If he does, then yeah.
He looks
Yeah.
at you a lot and gives you blinky eyes like, oh, I wish I could talk to my Koji, but he doesn't actually say anything.
I'll check your message.
Thundera.
I see a link to a song.
Not you. Ooh, nice. I got 5 charges back.
Okay. Then roll a Constitution saving throw. Yeah, you can wake up when you decide to. So everybody else is asleep. Arch, you're able to awake when you want to.
Koji.
Yes. What is it?
You.
What?
Can I talk to you?
Yeah, sure. What's up? And so as Koji sits up carefully. He's out of his armor, by the way.
You know, when we started this whole thing, I just kind of wanted to goof around and go around, see the world, all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Things are a little bit different, huh?
Yeah. The world's a scary place.
I mean, I knew it was, but I didn't expect us to be involved in this sort of a thing. You know, I thought we'd make some gold, I'd learn some spells, we'd have some fun. I'd sneak and put a cowbell on Arkken when he was sleeping, so it'd be funny when he woke up, that kind of thing.
I mean, we can still do those things. It doesn't have to be all doom and gloom.
Well,
Until the soldiers mess around a lot.
yes, well, I'm not a soldier, and I've caused pain that I did not intend. And that's kind of helping me grow up a little bit, I guess. Do you remember the staff that we took from the goblin?
Yeah, the one we broke. What about?
Yeah. It it would help me know things. And as I spent time with it and concentrated on it, I figured out where that knowledge was coming from. There are creatures that are not gods, but not gods, if that makes any sense.
Somewhat, but yeah, I remember. I remember I got a real bad feeling about that thing.
Yeah, they're named after stars. And this one is, well, the staff was attuned to a thing called Karad, the Star of Secrets. And the problem is that the staff is gone, but his voice isn't.
So you're still getting whispers?
And they're not good ones. For example, when the cat started talking, I had a vision of exactly of how to kill the cat, dissect it, drop a specific diagram to summon a demon. That's the kind of knowledge he's trying to give me. That's why when the light was shattered and I saw that it was distilled essence of magic, basically, I drank it. Because I was hoping that would wash that voice out of my brain, or, who knows, connect me to the god of Mistra, the god of magic, so maybe I'd hear her voice instead of his, or louder than his, but it's still there. I also did it because the creature we found in the graveyard scared me. My mother had a lot of... Yes. My mother had a lot of books, and there were certain books she never wanted me to read, but as you know, that's like trying to ask a fish not to swim. And I know old tales. I know what it was. I know who he was. And because of that knowledge, I feel somewhat responsible to do something about it, but I'm not strong enough, Koji. I need to be stronger. And our biggest enemy is time. For all the lack of seriousness I may project, you're my friends. I love all of you. I'll tolerate the cat, but we cannot let them win. And I'm scared. And when I'm scared, I come and hide behind you.
Yeah, I agree largely. We need to stop them, but we can't rush into it or we're gonna fail.
That's true. But we're not going to leave this darkness that's down here behind. Even the vampire we did something about.
I agree, but yeah, it wouldn't be enough to just lock it away or leave it to the mages of Cormia, would it?
No, no, it wouldn't. And unlike the vampire, it's not already imprisoned behind some dastardly, super powerful magical incantation I couldn't figure out.
So yeah, I'm gonna try and kill it then. I mean, I'm at least good at that. I think so is Ark. Ella's also pretty good at it from what I've seen down here.
We could use the cat for bait.
No. I have a feeling that cat knows a lot of things, and I don't want to spit in the face of the literal blessing of an angel. Even if it's not the angel of my god, it's still an angel.
Fair enough. I'll be tolerant. Oh, and I have a spell that'll open that door. He says as he points over to the vault. So when that time comes, it's really loud.
I don't think there's a lot left to hear us down here.
I don't disagree. Well, should we wake up the others and get started?
Yeah, we probably should. Just one thing first.
Mm-hmm.
The whole messing around, joking, having fun, don't let that go away. The moment you do that, you give in to despair. You start taking everything too serious.
Well,
Take some time to breathe, to make light of things. Have fun.
I'm more worried about falling into anger than despair. I'm not hopeless. I'm just really angry.
All the more reason to make a few jokes.
Perhaps. Let's get this over with. I'm actually hungry.
Did you eat last night?
I don't have any rations.
For the love of bomb, here, and he more or less thrusts a spare ration into Archer's chest. Don't keep quiet about those things.
I asked.
Yeah, Arkken, eat.
Nom nom. Why is
Yeah,
Arch
Arch.
chewing on my leg? Oh, hungry.
I'll make sure you get a good porterhouse in the morning if we need it.
Oh god,
Heal
that
those
sounds...
healing magic.
Somebody cast grease! Cast grease!
Yep. All right. So
You're being given a Dragonborn ration. There's a lot of meat in there. A lot of it. A lot
Hey,
of tough dried meat.
my dad is a dwarf. It's all good. So he doesn't know what medium rare is.
It's also very spiced.
All right. So Arch sits down and eats.
Everybody else wakes up. The cat may or not been listening the entire time, because God knows that my cats always know when I'm awake. 1 in the morning? Oh, you're awake? Pay attention to me.
Yeah, at some point the cat is gonna wake up and just with the paw go at Ela's chin. Just
Oh, the chin tap.
yeah, the chin tap.
You get a paw that seems to be like almost extending its claws, and not quite, and it just taps you in the chin, and then flexes its claws a little bit, but doesn't, just touches you with them.
Gonna nibble on it.
A fur bulg is nibbling on your paw.
Okay, now it's claws further out.
Ow.
Lip and claw meet entanglement.
Morning.
What?
Do you have some food? Kinda hungry.
Can't you go out and hunt something like other cats?
That's racist? Holy shit, I'm kidding.
I mean, I could, but I know you guys have food. So you could just give me something, right?
Well, sure, but I only have 2 rations left.
And when you guys are short on rations, there's always this option.
I mean, I don't need a full ration, you know?
Well, sure, I guess you can have the rest of the ration I split up to give some of to Arch.
Thanks.
And I will eat my own ration Now I have 0 rations. Woo.
Oh, so when somebody gets shanked. Gotcha. That's what we mean. Right there.
Moo.
Mo.
Well, time for the usual morning prayer and morning flatulence. Huh?
Do you hear all that? I mean, you're in a 10-foot hut.
I figured as much, but I was just asking. I would, out of the corner of my eye, just reach and give the cat a little bit of the meat.
I thought you didn't like cats.
I don't.
And meat is retracted.
There is.
Well- Thank you.
You're welcome.
Seems a very son-deer relationship.
There's no more beautiful relationship than that between the dad and the cat he didn't want.
That is a very
Oh
true
my god, is that the thing we're doing?
Yes.
It is
Oh
now.
boy.
That is
Oh,
actually
boy.
a literal thing that happened
I
in
know.
Soundscream's life. He didn't want the cat, and now he has a cat.
And now he's very happy that he has the cat.
No,
Liar.
but he is sleeping behind me. Good old Raffy boy.
Good old Raffy boy. I don't like the cat. Good old
Raffy boy.
Yeah.
Radical dude.
His name is
All,
Raphael.
all cats must be named after Ninja Turtles. It's a rule.
Fair.
All right. Well,
So,
let's...
The spell of Layman's Tiny Hut has ended a while ago. By a few minutes ago, as you guys are all awake now. Your rest is ended. You have collected your spells, your abilities, your car keys, your shoes, all your items. We are not responsible for any lost items in this dungeon.
Well, my friends, let's open a vault.
Do we want some spells up before we go provoke a statue? Or am I just flying in the face of it?
Mr. Statue, we'd really prefer not to hurt you. I don't know if you're... Is it... Could I do an Arcana check? Would I know if this thing's sentient? Or if it's just a...
We went over this last time. The thing is just
arcane...
It's pretty much a golem.
It's AI.
Yeah,
It's arcane intelligence.
It seems
Got it.
programmed.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to hold the firebolt for whenever it activates and begins to move.
Okay.
I am going to hold Slayer's Prey for when it starts being aggressive.
And I'm holding second level Bless.
Okay. As you step between the step between the pillars, Elaneiros, you get the warning, halt, go no further. Koji, you step in between the pillars, halt, go no further.
Koji, go further.
What you gonna do now?
Map layer a ghost.
Spoopy.
Projecting from the statue itself, it summons forth a guardian.
Pachoo, pachoo.
It's some kind of magic.
Oh yeah.
Because I didn't map a GM layer this guy, he stayed in the
and
map layer you that way.
Arkken advantage on initiative.
Yay! Thank
do
you.
all your prep. I mean, you guys don't need to think about your prep beforehand, but I did do this kind of quickly. But Koji did step in, activate it. I don't know. Sorry if it didn't seem like you guys didn't have time to prepare, but
Yes.
No, we were prepared.
Does this thing have any
with the gifted
bonuses?
spells. By the way, who has the bonus initiative thing?
I do, and it helped a lot.
Yay!
Gave me 10 more initiative.
1.
Nice.
Yay, Koji!
I'm sorry, Mike. Yeah, I need this arm. Yeah, you go lay down. You'll be fine. Okay, so we good? Arkken,
think so.
Do we get to do our held actions?
Sure. But you were preparing to attack the statue. It summoned a spirit.
Okay.
What are you shooting?
I would think the summoned spirit, but if
Okay, then go ahead. We'll just
the statue hasn't moved, right?
so firebolting the spirit. No,
Mhm.
the statue has not moved.
Well, where'd my character sheet go?
In the journal page.
It hits for 5 fire damage,
Oh, that's awful.
and it takes half of that.
Cool.
On a resistance, when you go to a half,
You round down, so he'd take 2.
You always round down.
All right. And everybody's got bless, it seems, right?
Except the cat.
Except the cat. 3 creatures. Yeah, you're
Oh,
The
it's
cat
cats.
is left out.
all right. So we're going to take it from the top. Arkken, it's your turn.
Yay.
Ghost appears in front of you. Don't know if the party's ever. No, the party did fight a ghost. This
Yes.
is what made you age.
Not this shit again.
Mm-hmm.
I've already marked it with Slayer's Prey because I ain't doing that shit again.
All right.
I'm going to double up and apply Hunter's Mark. I ain't dealing with that shit. Eat X.
Don't let it age the cat.
Misses.
It's not
Roll
going to
your blood.
survive.
Oh,
It hits.
Oh, an 11 hits.
11 hits.
Nice.
All right. So that's 12 damage from that. Then there is Hunter's Mark and Slayer's Prey.
Nice.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
I am reading this line. I'm going to share this with Doc.
I'm doing something wrong here.
No, I might be doing something wrong. There should be a colon after the word resistance, and then it provides that list right there, Doc, in Discord.
Yep.
So it says all that stuff, and then then it has a semicolon, and I'm assuming that means it doesn't matter if the fire is non-magical or magical. It just has a resistance period to it.
Yeah. When it comes to damage resistances, the only damages where non-magical matters is for physical damage.
Physical
types.
damage. Okay. So that's
All
just,
other damage types is just, it doesn't matter what type of fire or acid it is.
it's just
It has
a
resistance.
general. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So he has a magical slashing, so it does full damage.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd like to hear in what situation we're dealing non-magical thunder damage.
A literal thunderbolt.
AC/DC concert.
It's
I
true.
clap really loudly.
Mhm. So that's 15 damage.
Clapping
Mr.
them cheeks.
for the first.
Discombobulate.
No, 15. And Slayer's Prey is 6 on top of that.
Mm-hmm. Then my
That's
second
20.
attack.
30 damage.
And Hunter's Mark.
34 damage.
I am not going to die of old age. That is my turn.
Oh, he just went beast mode on this thing.
Please let it drain his age again. Please let it let it drain his
Age,
again.
ages drain again.
Yes, that.
Drain starts leaking. It has aged them. Ark.
No.
Ark,
Oh, no.
it's your turn.
And it worked well last time. Firebolt.
It hits. It deals half damage.
Yep, he takes 3 damage.
Spirit's form is full of holes, and its ethereal nature is dissipating, but it's still holding in place. Elaneiros, what would you like to do?
Well, I will toll the dead.
Okay. It is immune to necrotic damage, so it does nothing to it.
Awesome. And then I will follow up with
Oh, please, go ahead.
spiritual weapon. Right there. Behind it. Oh, I still have advantage on. That's dumb. But it was 27.
Yay, force damage. Hit him right in the midichlorians.
And let's make that the right size.
Oh,
It's
it's
the
the crayons.
of the cell. Slice.
You have control over it, so put it where you want to.
Yeah, well, just right behind it.
So I said
Slicing it.
you have control over it, so you could have done the same thing. I
Oh,
gave you control
yeah,
of the
sorry.
token. And it's right there. And does it slice and dice this turn?
It does.
Okay.
A 27 to hit, 8 damage.
8 damage.
And it's force damage, if that matters.
It eliminates the creature.
Sweet.
Stop. Just click on the right thing. Oh my god. Did it go where I needed it to go? Yes, it did. Okay. That's Elaneiros' turn. And technically, it's the turn of the spirit or the statue. And it summons another one.
Huh.
Yes.
It's a free action to speak, right?
Mm-hmm.
Koji, break the statue!
On it.
And it moves forward to swipe at Koji.
Hi.
Hi.
Swiper, no swiping.
Swipe left.
Miss.
Okay. Patches, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm going to quicken a cantrip. Chill touch. Oh wow. Okay.
You hit and crit. And
this guy.
deal
I deal a lot.
necrotic damage? Yeah, it's immune to necrotic damage.
Okay, well, even if it is immune, it does have disadvantage
Yes, it does.
to hit.
Mhm. It does
Um,
now. Mm-hmm.
And it can't heal.
then I'm gonna, yeah, that too. Then I'm gonna go here and magic missile at 3rd level on this one.
Okay.
Oh wait, shit, that's not 3rd level. Ah, why does
Well,
it not do it?
Well, that seems to be a single roll. Did you want
Yeah,
to do the multiples, or did you want to do the?
Yeah, I
damage
did
dice?
want to do
4d4
the.
plus 4.
Yeah, so
No, wait. 3rd level?
3rd level, yeah.
Cast.
So
Yes.
that's 5.
There.
Yeah,
Chill touch, get
she
quick cast.
quick cast.
She quick
She
cast.
quick casted the chill touch,
Yeah.
All right.
and there's a cantrip.
Yes,
Yeah.
so 5d4 plus 5.
Right. So
Oh, okay.
Sorcerer,
Uh,
yes. Divine soul.
5d4 plus 5. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Oh,
That's almost what I rolled. What the heck?
Yeah. Oh man. Solid roll. One less than
I
max.
almost beat you, Nexus.
No, you almost made the same roll.
Fair. But yeah, that's my turn.
What did the statue seem to take the brunt of a blast like that?
Yeah, it looks like a stone being hit by small, tiny bullets, and it's just sharding, just pieces of it, just shattering and creating sharding. Yeah, it's sharding everywhere, just sharding. No, it's shattering and it's splitting off everywhere.
Neat.
And yes, it took significant damage. The ghost is still there in front of Koji. Koji, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna move
Okay.
Now,
like that.
You could have moved forward. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know if I could move in between this, so I decided, yeah, the other way around also doesn't provoke, and I have the movement.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, one of them is gone now.
yeah, it was already dead.
It was already dead, and if you saw it on the map later, it was.
Okay,
It was just my mistake in getting rid of it.
In that case, I'm gonna make one attack at the ghost and the rest into the statue.
Okay. Roll your ghost attack.
Here we go.
Yeah. What was going to be really amusing is when you created Layman's Tiny Hut, there's just going to be ghost, ghost, ghost. When you guys going to come out and deal with this, huh? More ghosts keep popping out.
We're just gonna sit in here and kill them.
That
You
hits
said-
for 12 slashing damage.
All right, then one attack into the statue.
Your attack slashes into it, breaking off a chunk of it, damaging it even further. It seems to not have dissipated the ghost, or you're not sure if the ghost can still be summoned after it's been damaged to a certain point. You don't know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep smashing it then. What's the bonus action?
The statue has a significant portion of it knocked out, but it's still has a substantial portion still standing. So it's
And-
half damaged.
All right, that is my turn then.
Okay. Arkken, Ironrunner, there is a ghost between you, your two friends here in front of you, and a statue that seems to be summoning ghosts. How would you like to proceed?
Well, I'm going to start trying to deal with the statue. So I'm going to move. Hunter's Mark. Do it.
Oh.
And
Choose a
then,
creature. Now, if it's a construct, I guess we would say it counts, since I've described it as essentially a golem-like thing.
I mean, if you judge that it doesn't count, I don't know if Slayer Spray would work then.
Yeah, it's not really a creature.
Let's see.
Yeah, but would you rule that against an iron golem as well?
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's kind of a construct. It's like it's kind of asking your opinion.
I personally would, say because otherwise that would mean like all types of constructs, Warforged stuff like that would be immune to it.
Well,
Right.
Warforged technically don't count as constructs.
That's
Though they have
dumb.
some construct immunities.
But, I mean, Slayer Spray is just a foe, I think.
It
No,
also
one
says
creature.
one creature.
Yeah, it counts. We can say it counts just to streamline the whole thing. So we have Hunter's Mark on it and Slayer's Prey, and you're going to slam.
No. I can only one of them. I just
Oh,
linked Slayer
ooh,
Spray
ooh.
to see the text on it.
Gotcha.
But I am going to move my Hunter's Mark, and then I'm going to try and go as beast mode as possible. Hiya!
You strike it.
Ooh.
There is the mark. And then, again.
That's at the statue? Or
Yes.
at the ghost? This is
At
the
the
ghost.
statue. Statue gets fucked.
The statue gets everything. So that's 16 plus another 14.
30 points of
30
damage. Wow.
Arkken does a lot of damage.
I really didn't need to bless you guys.
Yeah, sorry.
I forgot I had bless.
The statue looks completely destroyed. The ghost still remains. Summoned, it is bound to this plane until it's destroyed, it seems. But the statue has been knocked down to just its legs.
Alright, I took care of the mod not piece. Now someone take care of the ghost. I'm gonna step back from that thing.
Yeah, that
You're
thing
gonna
better not attack
move
anyone
out.
else.
Moving out.
Art, it's your turn. There's a ghost.
I'm going to magic missile it.
With
At
4
level
damage. Level 1. Level 1.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Okay.
Level 1.
So that's then that's plus 3.
So
Plus 4.
10. No, that's got that in there. It's got it factored in. So that's 10 damage.
Yep.
Why is it not
It
cast?
is not resistant to that, so it takes full damage from it. Piercing holes through its ectoplasmic form, it is still standing, though wavering. And I'll try to be diligent about putting my dots there to give you that indication. Elaneiros, it's your turn, because I have not been doing so this time around.
Well, and attack.
Mhm. Nice.
So the ghost has been attacked.
Sorry, I'm talking to somebody.
Hmm.
11 points of force damage from the spiritual weapon as you moved it up to swing and attack.
Yeah.
Slicing through its ectoplasmic form, it leaves behind a trail through its body that doesn't seem to rejoin, though it is still threatening you and your friends.
Well, that sucks. I don't really have anything I can do on a.
You can. Well, you have a magic
bonus
weapon.
Oh yeah, that's a bonus action. Frick. Yeah. Boop, 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 boop.
You are flanking.
That I am. +1 or advantage.
Advantage.
Get it.
You hit for 5 damage. Its form is flickering and weak. Anything else?
No.
The ghost turns to you, Elaneiros. Make a it has disadvantage. Okay. Does it have disadvantage on forcing a person to make a saving
Oh
throw?
no, my bad.
Okay, so make a charisma saving throw, Elaneiros. You succeed as the ghost tries to possess you.
Oh, we've been there.
Oh fuck.
That could have been bad.
What would be bad about Ida being possessed?
I mean, I would have just knocked Dealer out. Like she knocked me out.
I
You
believe
used
that's
a
all it
check?
can do this one turn. It can only do one of its own things here. So that's all it does. Patches!
I am going to cast Firebolt after moving here.
Okay. Roll your attack.
There it is. What
We just go
Crit.
the hell is going on? Roll
He's had
20
it up
normally
the blood.
hates me.
Okay.
Oh my god!
2d10 twice? Shouldn't just be 2d10 once?
No, it's
No.
twice because I reached
It's a
5th
crit.
level.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
like a firebolt's 1d10, so it should just be
No,
two.
no, no.
but at
It
level
goes,
5,
it
it's
goes
no,
up
it-
to
it-
Once you
level.
reach level 5,
Oh.
it increases with 1d10.
Okay.
So it's currently 2d10 and crit. Yeah, that's 4d10. Ouch.
Yeah.
Can't
I
you
mean-
scale it?
Obliterated.
Wow.
The gigantic ball of fire just shoots straight through its form and slams a glowing hot. Sorry, it slams into the steel of this door, leaving a glowing hot portion just in the center of the steel face of the door.
What the heck?
Not impressed. I can do that too.
I've rolled fireballs that deal less damage.
That should just go to the GM layer. Let's just delete them.
Straight up deleted.
So is this door like a combination lock, or what's it look like?
It looks like a combination lock mechanism. It looks like a very old, intricate dwarven design. Had to be for this style of combination lock. It reminds you visually, Soundscream, as an old 1920s, 30s, bank vault in one of those big
Mhm.
banks that you see with those huge pins that pull out of the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I do an investigation check to see if there's anything that's obvious, like a lever or a hidden switch or something to open it?
You can. Yeah, you can roll investigation.
Guidance.
You got guidance on you.
What is that, a D4?
Yes, it is. So you're not able to determine anything other than what's visible here. It seems very well fit into the stone itself. And you can see even like the stone surrounding it seemed to be special cut. Like they built the quote unquote door frame specifically for this door. It wasn't like a door was fit roughly into the wall. This was like a whole process in order to create a door portal for this door.
This would take more time than I'm willing to be patient for. So I will say, open says me, and open the door.
The magic interacts with the door itself, and the combination lock spins and spins and spins back. You hear mechanisms clunk, chunk, some sort of counterweight off through this section of the wall. And these wheels start spinning and gears start engaging, and you're hearing a whole lot of ruckus behind this wall right here. And Arch, roll and then it would be knowledge of dwarven machinery from your youth.
History?
Sorry. Would that work? Then history.
That would be history, yes.
Okay.
Oops,
Sorry.
I died mid-sentence.
Yeah, because I was talking to somebody else.
No, you died.
I died. Oh, dang it. Well, I guess you destroyed the statue. I can't come back as a ghost. God damn it, you guys.
This is a clone of Cyntari that just awoke.
Okay. Somehow Cyntari has returned.
Oh,
The
as a
dead
note,
speak.
just so you know, anybody within 300 feet heard a very loud bang as that spell went off.
That's fine. This seems to be what's engaging. This wheel seems to be powering a mechanism, and until the gears engage inside the wall, it seems, this was just spitting free. Now that it took over, it's now engaging. It's a complicated dwarven mechanism to power this door and unlock it whenever you get the right combination. And all of a sudden things start spinning and disengaging and the door starts swinging open. Hello, Michelangelo. Would you like to go to there? You go. Bye. The door opens.
Mittens, you might not want to go near those gears. They could chew you up.
They're just spinning
I'm
freely on the
just
door.
looking at them.
Spinning freely on the wall. And it reveals Michelangelo meowing at me. Michelangelo, shut the fuck up. A large room held up by massive pillars, as you are well aware from the ones next to you, but chained in the center of it is a torque. Torque.
How many talks?
So I looked up torque. It's just an iron rod.
There you go. Torque necklace. It is in olden times, just a simple bent piece of metal, usually sometimes fancified with coils and other different things, but it is just a necklace or a choker or a simple slip-on type necklace thing. It's just a bound ring that goes around your neck.
That has to be magical and possibly cursed.
And it seems to be made out of stone, carved with runes.
I'm going to begin to ritually cast that.
Identify.
Oh, real
Okay.
quick. Runes, are they in any of the languages I speak?
It's draconic. It
Okay.
is raw magic.
I understand draconic.
You don't understand magic language. Magical language, arcane language is written in draconic script.
Oh.
So that's what I was trying to say. It's draconic. It's written in arcane magic script.
Yeah, they use
But it's based upon
draconic
draconic.
runes
Yeah,
to
draconic runes
create
to write it.
magic stuff. All right, so I will ritual
Whoever
cast
wrote this
identify.
then.
Pull out my appropriate components.
Not the gem, but fuck whoever wrote this.
It is a so whoever he's going to be casting that for 10 minutes. As you guys stand around, spiritual weapon. I don't know how long it lasts.
1 minute.
Just going to get rid of it then.
So, Kitty, what is this telling you? Are you freaking out?
No?
Okay. So we're not supposed to be scared of this.
Don't think so, but with anything, I'd say be cautious.
Of
It
course.
is
Thank you.
It is chained in place. The chains themselves are bound with magical energy themselves, written with small runes of binding and containment, maybe trying to enhance the basic design of this stone torque. Let me get the picture I was looking for. Up. Where did I save that picture? There
It's
it
the
is.
one amulet.
This is not. This is what you see, but this is not what you see. The item is what you see, not the scene.
Okay.
In Discord, if you want to help out the people watching.
Oh.
I see.
It is a stone torque of spirit binding. Can be used to control and bind powerful spirits to your will if you can somehow entrap them. To contain, control, to siphon their power, to do whatever you want to. They would be your slave, bound to you for all time, or at least until the stone torque broke or they found a way free using whatever other magical means the bound spirit could devise to use while bound in the way it is. the combination of events surrounding you, if you want to roll your investigation checks, you can come to a conclusion if you don't already have one.
They probably use this to bind the spirits to the corpses to do a lot of this menial work. We need to take this, but we are not going to use this thing. And I relay all that information on what it does.
Yeah, of course not.
I'd say handing it over to the War Mages for Cormier. I mean, we already gave them the lantern, right?
Yes, however, I wonder if this necromancer we've been dealing with might be a spirit himself. Keeping something like this in order to bind him, to imprison him, might not be a terrible idea.
That's a good call. By the
True.
way, since we're talking about, dangerous things, what do I actually do with these 2 books I've been carrying around for a while? I think the back of my knees is starting to become necrotic.
Elaneiros, insight on Arch. Arch, are you acting in any weird way?
No, not that I know of. It's you can tell that it's his genuine only interest is to potentially imprison an evil spirit, not anything beyond that.
Sure thing.
Roll. Anybody who's been roll investigation.
Who?
Anybody who's been paying attention to what's been going on in this entire dungeon and the investigation surrounding what the doctor's been doing. Anybody who's been following along with that and wants to try to put 2 and 2 together, roll investigation.
Can I do that too?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Absolutely. You are 100% capable of doing this.
Koji wants to, but he's not good at it.
Well, I wasted all my good rolls, you guys.
Arken's gonna stay in his lane.
Arch, if you were in the business of corrupting a powerful spirit of rebirth, life, and elemental fire, and you were able to corrupt it to a certain point where it quote-unquote dies from all the necrotic energy that was being used on it, wouldn't its spirit be freed?
Yes, and then you could bind it with this. These guys are jerks.
And thus you would have a spirit of undeath.
That's just occurring to you now that they're jerks?
Yeah, I put out this information to the group. I tell them this is what I think they were doing.
That's way more grim than I imagined.
So they were seemingly trying to gather a bunch of corpses together, pump them full of necrotic ooze, burn it in a elemental furnace to incinerate their very essence into pure necrotic energy, what they've been infected with or injected with, to corrupt a symbol of life and rebirth.
Literally distilling undead into evil alcohol and getting a spirit drunk on it.
You're not too far off.
Yeah.
I give you necro vodka.
How's that different from normal vodka?
A little tang of mercury in it.
Yeah.
How's that different from normal vodka?
The good vodka has a different flavor to it. The bad ones do taste a little like chemicals.
Well, they don't get to keep this. And
unshackle it.
Yeah, I unshackle it and I put it in my bag. I do not put it on. It
comes with shackles. The shackles do come with it, but you unbind them and suddenly they take on a different shape and form, and they are shorter than they were before. They're not stretched out like they were when they were attached to the walls. They seem to want to grasp the manacles of control seem to want to grasp around your hands. They want to be used. Not the torque itself, the manacles for controlling.
That's some kinky stuff.
Koji?
Yep.
You remember what we talked about?
We've talked about a lot of things, but yeah, I think I know what you're referring to.
This morning.
Yeah.
What did I say was our greatest enemy?
Time.
And I clasp the manacle on my wrist as he answers.
It does nothing for you.
Okay.
It's just it has a desire to control and be used.
Can I tell
It's a
if
binding
it's current...
domination.
Right. I'm trying to tell if it currently has a spirit bound.
Oh no, it's completely unbound. It's eager. It's eager in a way that you can feel a car engine wants to
or
race.
like a dog pulling at the leash.
Yeah. It has a purpose and it wants to fulfill it. It's powerful. It's got a powerful essence.
Okay, well, good. That didn't try to enslave me, and it has no spirit currently entangled. And I take the bracer off, and I go, Arkken,
Yes.
I'm going to trust you with something very important to me,
All right.
because I don't think this and my other thing should be next to each other. And he's going to pull out of his bag. He has wrapped the egg in his spare clothes.
Mm-hmm.
He eyes the cat suspiciously as he hands the egg to Arkken.
All right. I promise
And
to
then
take good care of it.
And then I'll put the soul shackle in my bag.
Okay. Soul shackle can be its name. Just write it down in here.
I just labeled it as stone torque of soul something.
Mm-hmm. Soul shackle works for me. That can be its official name.
I like Soul Shackle.
Soul
It's
shackle.
Deece. Playable.
All right. Well,
BDSM gear.
I guess the only thing we have left to do is to go attack the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to cast Magic
Yes.
Missile at it?
Potentially.
We
Fire
are approaching the end hour for our sessions. The ability to go further is up to the people who have to work tomorrow.
I can go for a bit longer. How about the rest of y'all?
Well, I don't have work in the morning, but I am going somewhere in the morning.
Your boyfriend.
No, my boyfriend is right here.
Yeah, but like you're going somewhere with him, I imagine.
Yeah.
So
John, you sleep
I
already?
can go on for a bit longer if need be.
Nexus?
another hour or
Up
mean,
to when we can say stop, because there's just this one thing left. If we cut down on the banter and just proceed forth, we can probably get it done.
Ooh.
Just the total particle left.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go. And I assume as a group we are going to head back to the door that the cat told us not to open.
I believe so.
and how much is the cat gonna
Oop.
complain?
Not much, more just like, I really don't think it's a good idea to open that. Just more like that than anything else. It's not like there's that much fear of it left. It's more just like, I don't think this is a good idea.
Oh,
Well, if there's one thing we're known for, it's brilliant ideas.
Oh yeah, the guy we knocked out, is he still alive?
No, Elaneiros executed him with Toll of the Dead.
Right, they did.
yes.
Ignore the question then.
Is that blue shit still on the ground?
No, it's evaporated.
Okay.
Please ignore everything that Ela does.
I didn't ignore it. It's just a lot of stuff was happening all at once.
So the sign says, "Do not open without the
Total
doctor."
disregard.
Without the doctor.
Doctor's dead.
Doctor's dead.
Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead.
So you're going to use the keys and try to open it?
If we have keys, yeah.
Yeah, we have the keys from last time. Again, as always, Firebolt ready to hit any cultists, ghosts, filler brush salesman, whatever.
ready
what
with the Toll the
salesman?
Dead.
It's a joke. It's only Cyntari's gonna get. It's an old door-to-door salesman joke. To their brush man.
I don't have a proper effect for this, but as you open the door, you start to see it drop away into a chasm. The room drop away into a chasm, and from that point on, there is a mass of swirling darkness on the other side. Just the entire other side of the room, however much farther it goes down, is just a swirl of inky blackness. And Koji, you could swear it's watching you.
Oh no, I already assumed that.
Well,
You can-
Arch, you were going to attack the darkness.
This is just
Do not
huge.
mind if I do, and I will firebolt out into the emptiness.
Okay. Your firebolt sails into the wall of blackness and just evaporates. Then disappears into it like
Like it was consumed, or
in a video game when you shoot a rocket into heavy smoke and you're like the smoke just surrounds it and you don't see what happens on the other side. It's kind of like that. Just kind of like the particle effects just part around the projectile and just swirl around it, and just you're not sure what you did, but you hear laughing. More for me. The doctor said that there'd be more for me. Oh, good. I can smell the good on you. All the better. The puns, the petty evils tainted it. I need good spirits to enjoy it.
I don't know if I count as good, but
And
You-
it starts to form something huge in front of you.
each
A huge freaking guy.
serial crusher theory.
A huge silly guy. It's just a huge guy. Just a silly huge guy. I should stop.
oh, what the heck?
I can only see arms, but I don't like them.
That is spoopy.
Here this movie goes.
I have an idea, and it will most likely do nothing, but I'm gonna do it because it's funny.
Okay. So it forms in place a shapeless mass of semblances of a face and arms, reaching and grasping. If you come to die and join me, come to the darkness.
Oh, thanks. And
No.
can I cast a spell?
It's essentially after being firebolted, it's been monologuing and forming, and it's going to attack. If you're watching that and you're saying, I want to do something, you have exactly one chance.
I hereby
Yes.
order you to cease any and all supernatural activity and return
Uh-huh.
forthwith to your place of origin or the nearest convenient parallel dimension.
Thank you, Ray.
So I have the
Couldn't
time
help
to
it.
cast one spell.
Yes.
Okay.
Since you're in the
Well,
room.
here goes.
Ooh, that's a good spell.
60 feet. Whatever.
The spell that created the darkness is dispelled. I mean, that might do something.
Where's Arkken's token?
Underneath the cat.
Underneath the cat. Okay.
We need the cat token to be smaller.
The cat is sitting on top of Arken's shoulder.
I thought you were sitting on his horns.
No, currently on the shoulder, but that might change. I've asked for consent to sit on his shoulder.
The only thing I wanted to do before combo would have been to pull back 5 feet, but it's too late now.
It's more dramatic this way.
Yeah, but
This
I
is-
want that attack off.
Full on daylight in here.
All right, so daylight. Give me a second. I'm being interrupted a lot.
I actually prepared this today.
Okay, 60-foot radius. And what do you choose to cast it on? What you can see is the rim of this thing and an ethereal object. At a point you choose. So what point do you choose?
I just choose above the chasm.
So here, here, here.
I mean, does the chasm continue down here?
But you can't see that.
Well,
It's any point you choose within range.
Yes, but if he doesn't know the range, he tries to cast it and it hits something, it stops. Right? If he can't see the point to cast it on, does it work?
Yes, because it specifically says a point you choose. It doesn't say anything about having to see that point.
And if the point doesn't exist, okay.
And I mean, if you say that something stops it from getting further than this point, then sure, then it's just here.
I'm arguing the point of line of sight is.
Well, the
it's
thing
just
is,
some
the
spells
spell doesn't
specify
mention
a
line of
spot you
sight.
can see, and then when
Right.
they don't, it's assumed you don't have to see it.
I see. Because of raw on that particular.
Yeah.
But it's up to you how you.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm fine.
challenging you or anything like that. I'm asking.
Yeah, because spells are either a point you can see, a point within line of sight, or within line of sight with nothing blocking you in between it, or just wherever you want. So this is wherever you want, as long as it's within range.
Give me a second.
I hadn't actually read the last part of the spell. That's more useful than I thought.
What? Dispelling darkness, the spell?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've just had it in my spell selection for a while, and like, when am I ever going to use this? Oh wait.
So let me think about this, because this is a specific thing. This version of daylight does not say it's exactly like the sun, right? Or is it supposed to be 100% like sunlight? Because it just says light. It doesn't say sunlight.
The thing is, you have
if you did this
the
to a
light spell.
vampire, would it take its penalty, for example?
should, because there's also the spell called Light, and that's just doesn't do anything to vampires, and then Daylight should do it.
Well, there is a spell that is sunlight.
I mean, Dawn says specifically that the light it makes is sunlight. This one doesn't.
Right. This one doesn't.
Yeah, so it doesn't count as sunlight.
But I feel like you would assume that it was.
No, but daylight in the previous versions was producing literal sunlight, and it would.
It does not count as sunlight.
Okay.
Looking at all of the stuff about it.
Yeah, there are other spells like Sunbeam that specifically
state that they do. Yep.
Yeah. And this one doesn't. It's just an incredibly powerful beam of light. Or sphere of light, it says. Sphere of light. So a sphere of light erupts in this room, and it does reveal something very specific. There is this chasm. Unfortunately, this creature is a lot stronger than you might realize. Okay, so just play into that. All right. I don't want to reveal much about it because you guys are just about to fight it. Yada yada yada. But it is very powerful. But it does pierce through a lot of the darkness that it is creating. Specifically on the other side. Please forgive me. I did not pay for this map. This was freely given on Reddit. So there is going to be a maker stamp on it.
No, that's awesome.
It's all right.
Give him credit.
Giving credit to the creator.
But it's cutting off a portion of the graphics.
Thank you, Fantasy Cartograph. Patreon.
The chasm itself is still shrouded in darkness, and it seems to be where a large majority of its form is coming from, and it's swirling up almost akin to fire as the darkness just licks up in these tendrils and just evaporates in the light and just can't hold its form as it raises up out of the chasm. But in the chasm, it seems to be contained, and the creature is reaching out from within that massive. But you reveal on either side a massive sarcophagus. Or a reliquary or some sort of religious thing that you can't quite make out as you're about to fight this thing. Elaneiros, it is your turn. You just cast Daylight as your initial action as it seemed like things were turning sideways and Arch was throwing firebolts. What would you like to do on your first turn?
Yeah. I will... Rick. Yeah, just making sure Daylight isn't concentration. It just is.
No, it just is, yeah.
Can we go into more semantics just to drag this out?
Yeah, if you guys want to stay up longer, we can.
Because I have Moonbeam, and Moonlight is reflected sunlight.
We're going to stop splitting hairs here and put an end to this debate.
Why would you like cut a rabbit in half anyways?
Mm-hmm.
It was the cat.
It was the cat.
Yeah, sorry. Rick, okay, what are we going to do? Yeah.
I gotta kick its ass.
Gonna bless.
There you go. Everybody but the cat.
What?
Everybody but the cat.
As always.
No, actually, for this, I'm gonna bless the free range to people behind me.
Okay.
Woo!
So Koji doesn't get bless.
Neither do I.
Okay.
All right.
And Elaneiros, would you like to do anything else?
Bring it. Fine. Spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Put it down next to it.
Let me pull that bad boy out.
Oh me, oh my.
Game, what are you doing? Thank you. Okay, you have it underneath your control. You formed it probably right next to Koji. Or do you want to form it over here? Where do you want to put it? You have control.
Over there, yeah.
Okay. 12 to attack. It does not hit the shifting mass of shadows and darkness.
Yeah. I'm just gonna move over a bit.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Koji, your turn.
All right. I have a question about the accuracy buff I have. Is that for a turn or for an attack?
Yes.
I never wrote down if it was either or.
It's for an attack. It's for attack rolls. I may not be understanding your question.
The long sort of accuracy buff that I got transferred to the glaive, that was
Yeah.
the one I was talking about.
Yeah, it gives you advantage on attack rolls once per day.
Yeah, but one attack roll or for the turn.
One attack roll.
Okay, thanks.
It wasn't that powerful of a weapon.
In that case, I am going to attack this shadowy thing, and I'm going to use the accuracy first.
Mm-hmm. You hit. Oh, don't move, you dumbass. Oh, whatever.
Does the attack actually seem to do anything to it, though?
Yes. You slash through its magic. The magical nature of your attack slashes into its form, and you see a chunk of seemingly solid shadow being pulled off of it, and it dissipates into air, and you hear a piercing screech.
All right, I'm just going to keep going then.
Hits with another 14.
Other end.
It screeches and laughs at you.
Action surge, then.
Mm-hmm. Hisses and susurrations of whispers. That hits for another 6 damage.
There was the 2 attacks there.
Another 11. Okay, I see it. It's still laughing and screeching, and its eyes seem to form and sort of its shifting face and beams cold hate at you. And Patches, is that your turn, Koji?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop right there.
Patches, it's your turn.
All right. Do I actually have line of sight to it? Because I don't know how far the door is open and everything.
We'll just assume a full open just to simplify
Okay.
the entire interaction, and you can see it.
Beautiful. Yeah, then I'm gonna do another magic missile at third level, because this thing freaks me out.
It should.
Yeah.
This thing is terrible.
So that was 5d4 plus 5, right?
Plus.
Was it plus 4 or plus 5? I don't remember.
It's 3d4 plus 3, right? Base. And
It's
third level.
1d4 plus 1, and it's 3 of them, so 3d4 plus 3.
3d4 plus 3.
Third level, you guys,
At
like I
third
just
level
did.
Would be plus 2 darts, so that would be 5d4 plus 5.
All right. Beautiful. Then, wow, that's right there.
Armor for
Oh,
the
Oh,
previous roll, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. So, there goes my 30th level.
it
And
pierces
then-
into its body and takes out chunks of it. It's cackling and hissing, and its eyes seem to form a separate pair just to stare hate at you.
Yeah, and then they'll just quicken a firebolt.
Okay. You hit for 15 fire damage.
Yes.
That doesn't seem to do nearly as much damage as you think it should.
Okay. Good to know.
That feel when your cantrip outperforms your spell. I've
Yeah.
been there. It sucks.
Oh well. You know.
Arkken, it's your turn. Would you like to do the 30 damage this turn?
I'd like to do more if possible, but
Roll better then.
well, first I gotta get
Wow.
up close to make sure I don't get those disadvantages.
Does that mean I move with him because I'm still on his shoulder? Yup.
The rules of being tiny are a little different than normal players. Go right ahead.
All right, so just gotta do the good old moving of my Mark of the Hunter,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna start throwing.
Do it.
Kobe. Oh,
Misses.
I am blessed.
Hits.
Ha ha!
He rolled
Well
just
done.
enough.
18 damage on that attack.
So great start.
Hits for another 13.
Yeah, and then there's the. There you go. I rolled better. 1 damage from max damage.
Oh, craziness. All right. So his axes slam into it, and you can see it taking chunks out of it, stopping midair behind it, somewhere back here before teleporting back to us. Meaty cow hands. Moo.
I've had enough of all these ghost separations, undeads, and whatever other crap we'd had to deal with. Just die!
Is that it? All right. You first. And it reaches out to hit you, Koji.
All right.
And at the same time, it's gathering power around it.
It uses the Pokemon move Plane Split. What?
Oh,
Summons. Those were placed there before you put yourself there, Elaneiros.
Yep.
In the GM layer.
Art, can we use that thing to find this one?
Maybe.
Unfortunately, he's not attuned to it, so that may be very difficult for him to do so.
I just need an hour.
There, turn order's been corrected. He made his summon, and he's going to make his attack. Is this guy a special character? Yes, he may be. Was that legendary? Possibly.
I mean, I'm not going to tell anybody about it,
It was epic at best.
right?
Well, this attack is very poor, even with a +8. He reaches out with his tendrils to hit you, Mr. Koji, and I don't think a 10 hits you.
It does not.
Okay.
He only has the one.
The one attack? Yeah.
All right.
Do you want him to roll again?
No.
Because you don't want to get hit with what he hits with.
No, I don't want
That's
to.
a high plus.
It's the same plus as mine.
and it will move backwards through the darkness, revealing more of its form as it backs away from Koji. All right, that's the end of his turn.
Opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, Koji, he's moving you out of your range, and so is the same with the spiritual weapon. I don't know if spiritual weapon.
I don't think
weapon
spiritual
doesn't-
weapons
gets
get
one,
him,
yeah.
I am going to take my attack of opportunity.
That hits for 6 slashing damage.
If only you had Sentinel.
Yeah, I will soon.
Could have stopped him in his tracks by disabling his legs? The fuck?
Disabling his existence.
Are
Just blue
you
screens out of
against
nowhere.
disabled?
And the creature in front of you seems to be some sort of undead spirit of a dog itself.
I faced
It
an
seems-
undead dog. What was that?
That was a cat hissing. Because
I do not believe a 10
Dog.
hits you. Why am I rolling 10s on these attacks for these bad guys? Man, these guys suck.
It's because we're so cool.
It is. And it misses, I guess, on its tendrils. As it tries to bite you, tendrils seem to extend from its body to wrap around you, but you shift and move your body out of the way and swat it back with your weapon to deflect it. And it's not able to make purchase on its attack. Arch, it's your turn.
I'm going to step. Oh, whoops! I've got the wrong thing selected. All right, Sylvester. We need to hit the thing in the back and let the other ones handle the small ones. And I am going to pull out the wand, and I will use 5 charges for magic missile.
Okay.
Who's Sylvester?
The name of the cat.
You know Sylvester the cat?
you still haven't asked the name of the cat, so technically you don't know it.
That's
So,
only
26.
3.
No, it's not. There's 2 sets there. 15 and 11. It's 26 damage. There's a higher level cast up top and the normal cast in the middle.
Dun, dun, dun.
So
1, 2,
26
3,
points of damage.
4 darts plus another 3 darts.
Mm-hmm. Because it's
Okay.
3 at level 1, and you get an additional 1 for each
5.
level up.
It's gonna mess with me.
Yeah, I know, it's weird.
Pierces through its body, and a screeching laugh fills the room yet again. Elaneiros, it's your turn. I assume that's what you wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There is a shadow dog in front of you.
Interesting. I don't like it. And I... Yes.
That hits, dealing 8 damage to it.
And my
Knocks a
spiritual
significant
weapon
blow.
joins in.
Oh, nasty.
That
No,
falls damage.
Takes it down to an almost incorporeal state, even though it's already incorporeal. It seems to be having issues holding its form together. Anything else you'd like to do this turn?
Lovely. Oh.
Okay.
Fine.
The other dog forms and rushes at its nearest target. It's already within range of you, so I guess, like I said, I put these things here in GM layer. You guys just positioned yourself poorly.
Wow.
Does a 19 hit you?
Beware the
Koji.
smiling DM.
Yeah, it just barely does.
Take 9 points of damage and give me a Constitution saving throw. You succeed. Barely.
I would like to do a thing as a reaction then.
Go ahead.
I'm taking an attack back.
Go for it.
As draconic righteous indignation fills his eyes, to strike back. I don't know if it hits.
It does hit. Massive amount of damage. Nice. As you cut into its form, it seems to leave it in tatters, held together only by vengeful hate for the living.
Hey, we got something in common.
Koji, it's your turn. There's a shadow dog
Alright.
in front of you.
Attacking the shadow dog in front of me.
Go for it. It hits, dissipating its entire being into nothingness with that magical weapon of yours.
Then moving. That right there would let me hit the one in front of Ella.
Okay,
So taking my attack on that.
go for it. Misses.
And
That
bonus action
hits.
attack.
And that
that-
finishes off that one.
All right.
Anything else?
I don't think I can make that jump.
Just a running start.
And I'm gonna take a step back, basically to prepare to try and jump.
Believe in the me that believes in you.
And I'm gonna not jump this turn, but in the next one I will.
Okay. Patches. The cow rider.
Yeah. I'm actually let's see. No, it has range. Great. So I'm going to cast Enlarge on Koji.
Luckily, due to the nature of the size of this thing over here, the ceiling's not that restrictive.
But if you jump over, it's just your face into the ceiling,
Kinda, yeah. Thank you, Ella.
scraping.
Yeah. You're hitting the
Oh, no.
maximum there.
So I weigh 200 pounds. My weight just got eight-tupled.
Yes. Good thing you have stone underneath you.
Yeah.
Does
Good
the
thing.
floorboards crack?
What floorboard? You're on stone.
Does the stones crack then?
No.
Please?
No,
Just a little?
you're not
No.
that fat.
I could be.
But yeah, I'm using that on
Eleanor.
Please
okay.
engorge his token.
His Vonstoken would be enormous. Goes without
Doesn't
saying.
Pardon me while I
reach
whip
at
this
all.
out.
It doesn't increase reach, no.
I mean,
'Cause
it
he gets
technically
bigger,
does.
but he's still using the same weapon, so he's just holding a really tiny.
I mean, technically,
arm.
being larger does increase your
the
reach.
target's weapons also grow to match its new size.
That's not as much fun.
But it does say so.
Yeah, it just doesn't do anything else.
Eh.
Weapon sizes aren't really a thing.
Yes, they are.
They are?
There are rules for using oversized weaponry. If you do, they deal double damage, but you always roll with disadvantage. It's in the Dungeon Master's Guide somewhere.
Patches, would you like to do anything else this turn?
Will I get my token enlarged?
He's thick.
No.
Jump into the
Arkken,
sun.
your turn.
I'd like to expand that way, please.
Alrighty then.
I'd like to. You get your ass thick, not your front thick. Gotcha.
No, because I still need the 10 feet of running.
I'll
What would
just
you like
put
to
a
do?
purple dot for concentration.
Alright, I'm gonna need to go all the way up to the fucking precipice. There we go.
Yeah, good idea.
Yes. Oh no! You ain't running from me! Slayer's Break.
Slayer's Prey this time around?
Yes. Now it has everything. I just need to start hammering on the damages.
That hits.
Oh, fair enough. So, there's Hunter's Mark. Let's break.
So 9, 4, 5. So that's 19? No, 18.
18.
And then second throw. And only Hunter's Mark this time. Slayer's Prey is only on the first attack.
So minus 12.
Yes. You'll get free next turn if you're still alive.
And it's going to do this. And it moves forward, flying, to reach out and attack you, Arkken.
Well, Drat.
Does a 24 hit you?
Definitely.
And this is a actual attack, not like a spell, right?
It's an attack via its tendrils reaching out to touch him.
Okay.
Oh, look.
Just
if it isn't the... Oh, look. If it isn't the consequences of my actions.
I hope you survived this hit.
Huh?
I hope so too. Are you still up?
I have 6 health left.
I need you to roll Constitution.
Yeah, for multiple things.
Me down. Holy shit.
You just barely saved to prevent having your entire hit point pool reduced by that amount.
Oh,
until
thank
you long
God.
rested.
Let's see if I get to keep... Oh, yeah, I'm still blessed, but great. Let's see if I get to keep my Hunter's Mark. That's definite no. I need to roll 20 or higher.
And that's all I can do.
Hunter's Mark's gone. No! My efficiency. My damage.
Elaneiros, a ghost dog, is next to you.
Yeah.
Woof.
It's 23 hit.
Yes. Fuck.
I'm being dry-aged over here. Help.
Take 10 points of damage and give me a DC. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Did you just say you're being
Constitution.
dry-aged?
Dry-aged.
Yep.
You also succeed in preventing your health from being reduced by that amount until you long rested. That's just damage. Okay. Now it's Arch's turn. Arch, what would you like to do?
I'm looking at something real quick. Where is it?
You didn't need to save again. That's just the first save.
My concentration.
Oh, concentration on the blessing. Yeah, and
Hey.
bless, yeah.
Does spiritual weapon, does that have hit points? Can it die?
Yes, I think so.
No.
No, it doesn't.
No? All right.
It can be
cool.
dispelled. That's how you deal with it.
Cool. Because I can protect a lot of people, but not
The weapon.
the weapon. And the people were more important. I'm throwing a fireball.
Okay.
I'm going to put it right here.
All right.
And I will sculpt the spell around the cow, the cat, the lizard, and the Ella.
Okay. And the
But
Ella. The
everything.
Furbolg.
And the smaller cow.
Yeah, so everything else is going to have to make the save or take the damage. So 25 damage, DC 15.
Fails. Okay.
And the little dogs, too.
Its laughing is slowly turning into pain, and I keep failing to do this. I should have been there earlier. Sorry, guys. Little red dot. And the dogs need to roll 2. Let's get that over there.
I shot the sheriff and his little doggy too.
The dogs instantly die.
Yeah, so I just
Yay.
imagine Arch just flicking the bead out and he snaps when it detonates, and just that fire kind of sculpting around everybody, even the cat.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
It'd be funny if you didn't include the cat and the cat's riding on Arkken and just the fire blast just washes over him and just takes the cat out.
I have 26 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
It would have almost taken me out.
I don't know how everybody has more hit points than you. It's just, I have to figure that out at some point.
You have
Elaneiros,
like
it is
4
your turn.
times the hit points I currently have.
Yeah. You currently
Yay.
have. Elaneiros, it's your turn.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Then I'm gonna back. No, wait. How far am I from it? No, I'm gonna stay where I'm at. I'm done.
Okay. Elaneiros, it's your turn.
Yeah. Frick. Just gonna move past here, so I'm not in the way of the big dragon. And then I am going to. This is gonna do diddly. Oh, wait. Is this better? No, it's not.
Do it.
Gonna do a cure wounds on the Arkken.
Okay.
Boop the snoot.
Yay!
Max healing. And then I'm gonna move the spiritual weapon because Koji can jump through it.
Mm-hmm.
And gonna stab the darkness.
Stab the darkness.
I probably won't
I've-
need to jump.
hits.
If I can reach him now.
I've always wanted to do that.
There you go. Darkness has been slashed and stabbed. Anything else, Elaneiros?
Nope, that is my turn. Thank you.
Koji, your turn. You have advantage because you're big, I think.
If I were to jump, yeah, but it's right there. I can reach it. Like, can I reach it from there? I have 10-foot reach. I can see a hand.
You could deal an extra 1d4 extra damage with every attack.
Yes.
Yeah.
But can I reach it from here, or do I need to go another step?
You can reach it from there. No. Your 10 foot still applies. The corner of it is right here. Don't pick it up. There we go. Misses.
No.
He
you're
doesn't
not
have
blessed.
bless.
Fuck.
I don't
That
have
one
plus.
hits. Screeching in pain as its form is being hacked and slashed to pieces.
15. And the bonus action attack.
Oh, 15, yes.
That also misses.
15 fat damage.
But I have marked it, and I'm going to take another step forward.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Patches, it's your turn. This thing is seriously fucked up, and you never thought that might happen. This thing is incredibly powerful.
All right. I am going to jump up on Arken's head
Mm-hmm.
and just gently pat it with my paw and cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Go for it.
Yay! Look at me. I'm the tank man now.
Getting rehydrated.
14 healing.
Haha!
I counterspell so I can say the cat is useless.
What?
I counteract to make
Then
Arch
I'm
use a
fucking
leg.
Counterspell the
Firebolt Arch.
I'm
Yeah.
joking. Joking.
Man.
Yeah.
Yes, you are
does a
joking when I
kick
get
in
my
the back.
hands on you.
I can just imagine a Minotaur wizard counterspelling things.
Healer goes, this is Sparta and kicks Koji.
I think we should all have advantage because of that pun.
So, either
Just
way.
inspiration for enduring that.
Yeah. I am
Arkken-
going to quicken a spell though.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
So chill touch.
Okay.
Totally
It
chill.
deals necrotic
Again.
damage, and you've noticed that a lot of things have necrotic immunity. You
Yeah.
sure you want to do that?
It stops
Yeah,
it from
because it
healing.
still does
Okay.
stops it from healing, and it gives him, I think it was disadvantage
If you hit an undead
on
target,
attack
just hit it.
rolls.
There you go. Solid.
So that's the reason why I'm doing it. It's not because of the damage.
Well, it has
Yeah.
disadvantage against you.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably
I don't want
pretty
to
good.
get hit by that thing with my health.
All right, Arkken, it's your turn.
Cat goes. too.
All right. So since I don't have crossbow expert, throwing in melee is a terrible option. I know that sentence doesn't make any sense, but
Whatever.
neither does crossbow expert.
Throwing expert is a thing, isn't it? Can't we just
No.
say it exists? We say it exists.
You can say it exists, yeah.
We can say it.
Well,
Yeah.
then we need to look at it when I get another feat.
We need to look at what else it does then.
So I am just gonna. I could try and Hunter's Mark it again, but knowing my luck, is just gonna whack it off my face. So I'm just gonna go full on aggression here. It'll deal 2 less damage each attack because I'm not throwing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
So 7 damage.
but it is still Slayer's Braid. So
There's the 2 damage. Back onto it for 9.
Yeah. and that is my second attack.
How would you
Um,
like? How would you like to do this?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so after Arkken almost got the life literally sucked out of him, is what it sounds like. He gets healed by his friend, and he's gonna be like, "Oh hell no, I ain't dying like this!" And he's going to swing wildly with his giant axes and cut both the arms off of whatever this apparition is, and just see it fall into the crevasse.
It falls down into the crevasse, and the darkness begins to dissipate. Its form falls into that darkness that is dissipating, and it seems almost like the scene from the end of Terminator 2 when the T-1000 is going to liquid metal. It's fighting and thrashing as its form dissipates.
Ooh.
1 second. Take this out. And do... You see something incredible in that chasm. Something that begins to make a whole lot of sense from the perspective of its power and from the usage of this place. You see a massive convergence of a ley line. The spirit was attached to it and feeding off of it, and down in that chasm where the darkness was, you see a black sizzling sludge.
Is it completely dissipating, or is it just down there?
It's down there dissipating now, as the malevolent force that was creating it as it fed off of this ley line is gone.
I have a feeling we just pissed off an necromancer something fierce.
We have a tendency to do that.
No drinking!
So the cat is just kind of lean over so that Arkken can see it, like hanging upside down in front of his face. Are you okay?
I am doing a lot better than I thought I would. I will be honest, though. It seems every time I decide to go into close quarters, something goes wrong. Even though I think I'm the second most durable out of all of us.
Well, good thing you got Ayla then.
I think you might be the most durable. I'm just more armored.
The rest
Well,
of this... Good?
I was just about to say, well, the armor takes a lot of blows, so...
Anyway, I'm gonna jump down there and lick that thing like a lollipop.
There you go.
No!
That is a pure beam of energy. You'd likely be disintegrated. If you touch that
You
beam.
wanna jump over and check out this?
We can do that next time. It is 15 till 1 hour past. We do have people who have to
Yeah.
be somewhere tomorrow. This is the end of the combat. The rest will be exposition and discovery. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the combat in this section. It was some of the harder stuff. A little bit of role play. A little bit of fun. A little
Yeah.
bit of leveling up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We
Did I
leveled.
hear
leveling
the-
up.
Did I hear the word level up?
Yeah, that was, according to this SRD site that I pulled this creature from, a challenge rating 10 creature.
Oh,
Fuck yeah, I get 5 extra movement speed.
So after
So
after discovering powerful artifacts and possibly thwarting a powerful plot and killing a CR10 creature, I think that it deserves a level up. It's been a minute since you leveled up.
so I've just entered everything into my
Yeah.
character sheet, and now I get to add more.
Yes.
Awesome.
Don't whine.
No, I'm not complaining.
That sounds
I
like
just said
it sounds like more
awesome.
squeeing. It sounds like more squeeing from her.
Yeah.
I killed a creature twice. I killed a creature twice my challenge rating, and all I got was 5 foot of movement speed.
Yep, it's true.
Well, I do also get a swim speed and a climbing speed.
I don't think they were worth mentioning now.
Have fun leveling up. I really, guys, hope you enjoyed this section of my game. The next section is a little bit more freeform, and we'll see what happens when you guys decide to take any course of action. So we'll circle back around to
Yeah,
that
this
next
was
time.
awesome.
Woo!
All right.
Again, this has since I've built this back before we did anything with the Topaz Dragon Egg and Soundscream game and all that stuff like that. This has been set in stone waiting for you. Nothing has changed between all those sessions. This is the challenge I laid out for you.
All righty then.
No. Well, that is very cool.
Let's re-roll ones.
49 health.
Yeah, and then I rolled shit still. But hey,
53.
now I have 30 hit points.
Yep.
49 health.
What do I get at level 6?
I mean, my favorite foe does get upgraded, so I could actually pick a spell that's not Hunter's Mark and save on that.
The Divine Soul Sorcerer gets empowered healing.
I get an ability score improvement
Yeah, Fighty McFighter Man.
because fighters are built different.
Please pay attention. There is a door over here.
Yep,
I'm gonna go.
I'm excited.
So now
but
I'm
we're
gonna
not
place
playing
my
more.
character in front of it so I remember it. There. Now I
I
Or
get
just
to
have
learn
eyes.
2 more spells.
Well, they were wanting you to jump across the chasm, Mr. Longlegs, to get to the other side. And check out
I
that
will
thing.
do that.
Yeah.
Next time, just placing my character here so I remember that there is a door.
But
No, you won't
Now
be able to
you're
remember because
hiding the
yeah, you're
door.
hiding the door. Yeah.
I can stand at the door.
Put
yeah,
the
cats.
sword-
we're
The
not.
cat standing in front of a door.
No.
There you go. Yeah, one back.
Beautiful.
Stop. Stop.
An evocation spell? It
I can
is.
I can replace one of my ranger spells. I am going to replace Hunter's Mark.
Now, if you had hit this thing with radiant damage, it was vulnerable to radiant damage.
I
Hey,
would have
Ela?
used guiding bolt on it,
Mhm.
but I was kind of busy.
Yeah, it's true.
Arkken is very happy that you were kind of busy.
If you had died to that attack, Arkken, you would have been turned into one of those dog creatures as it converted your spirit into one of its controlling specters or controlled specters.
Oh no.
Would he still be applicable for Revivify or no?
Nothing says it can't be revived. Nothing says it can't be revived. Just saying if a creature dies from that, it is slain and the spirit rises the next turn as a traversing spirit in space of the corpse, which nears occupied space is under the control and it's under that creature's control. No,
So
nothing says
its
it can't.
spirit revives as that creature.
Mhm.
That kind of means no.
Yeah, but nothing says it can't be revived. Like normally it says like if a creature revived in this way can't be resurrected or something like that. It always says something like that.
So I was reading up on a couple things because I was trying to do math on stuff while we were doing this.
Yeah.
The official rule on Magic Missile is you roll the d4 once.
Yes. We went over this when you first
we?
rolled it. Yes, and you decided that you did not like that and you wanted to
Yeah.
roll every dice. We
Sure.
went over this the first time.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I couldn't remember if we said it could be done either way or if it was official rules the other
It
way.
can be done either way, but since the preference was for rolling multiple dice,
Sure.
that is the rule for my game, is that we're rolling
Cool.
all the dice.
I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure you were aware it was official rules because I don't
Oh,
remember
I knew.
that conversation.
I knew what it was, but you said, I don't like that. I like rolling all the dice. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
more dice is fun.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But
Hey, I just when I see something that we may not be doing correct, if I, you know how my memory is, I'd rather bring it up and be safe. So
no, that's fine. My memory's shit too. I'm just was saying we already made
Awesome.
this decision, and I was telling you what we decided.
Awesome. Well, this was fun. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here.